Hey guys, Shane from Jaggs Journeys here again for another live chat with you guys. Now, we did miss the last one. I was away and just want to say thanks to everyone who is jumping on to tonight's live. Again, I missed the last one due to being in Sydney, so apologies for that. But we'll have a good chat tonight about what we've all been up to. So thanks hey Ryder, thanks for jumping on. Always good to see you. Princess Matter, welcome. Thanks for jumping on. Rix, welcome. Here we go. It's all loading up, and I'm kind of on time tonight. Okay, I'm actually a couple of minutes late. So anyway, Matt, Michael, Ileana, Chris, hey buddy. Hope you're well. Princess Matt is going to Fright Nights on Thursday next week on Halloween night. Oh, that's cool. That would be a cool night to go. I think it'll be the craziest, coolest night to go because also being Halloween, right? The vibe would be there, everyone would be pumped, and it's the last Fright Nights, I believe, that night. So it would be probably quite a good night to attend that one. So I hope you enjoy. Brandon, Sydney was good. It was freezing cold and raining most of the time I was there. I was only there for like 4 days. Just family. We had a family birthday event. We had heaps of family all catching up from all around Australia and New Zealand as well. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, and then while I was there, I actually did visit the Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. I literally didn't go down there with any intention to do any kind of filming whatsoever, because we had quite a busy agenda, just catching up with family and doing things like that. However, excuse me, I had 1 hour spare, and I did pack the old Jaggs Journeys gear, of course. So I raced down, and we were staying at Darling Harbour. So we looked just straight across at the city. It was actually a really good spot, and I could see, I could look down. I was looking down at Madame Tussauds and Sea Life, and what's the other one there? They got like a little zoo or something in there, attraction. And I was like, oh, I'm right here. I got to go, right? So I zipped down there when I had an hour, and I got there at 4 and it closed at 5. I'm like, oh, how long does it take to go through? And they said last session is 4, takes about an hour. So I literally raced around it, had an hour to have a look at the Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. And so I have made, I will make a video. It is all filmed. I just haven't edited that yet. Just been busy with all the Halloween events and other things going on at the moment. So there will be a Madame Tussauds Wax Museum video at some point. Now, if anyone here has been to that one and any other ones in the world, I've been to the Hollywood one before, and I got to say, I guess my expectation probably wasn't too high for the Australian one. Although at the same time, I was like, well, it is Madame Tussauds, and they're like really good. And I was absolutely blown away by the Sydney one. Absolutely blown away. I thought it was so good. Most of the figures looked really real. There was a few that kind of didn't, but I tell you what, if you've been there, there's some prime ministers in one of the first rooms, and like I think it's John Howard, Julia Gillard. I think he's a Bob Hawke. I think there might be 3 or maybe another one. They all looked really good. And Prince Charles, well, there was William and Kate as well. They looked good, but Prince Charles looked bang on. I think I've posted a photo already of that in the weeks gone by and on Instagram. That looked really good. Excuse me, that looked really good. And Jimmy Barnes, wow. That to me, I really thought, is this a trick? Is this actually him? In Hollywood, sometimes Arnold Schwarzenegger dresses up as a Terminator and they replace his statue with himself, and people get photos next to him. Then he's like, and scares them. Like I was almost thinking that was going to happen, but I thought, oh, why would he be here like an hour before closing on a Friday or Thursday, whenever it was? Anyway, it was really good. I enjoyed it. All right. So, as I said before, thanks to everyone who's jumping on. Sorry I skipped the last fortnight. Had just come back from Sydney. Actually, I think I was back, but I just had no time at all with going back to work and everything. So sorry about that. But anyway, we're back into it now, and I want to thank everyone for jumping on tonight, taking time out of your night and week to spend a bit of time having a chat to me. So thank you very much. All right, so we're gonna sort of talk about the Halloween events a fair bit tonight. I've done all the three main ones currently, so Movie World, Dream World, and Sea World. Hopefully, you've all seen the videos. So hopefully, you like the videos. So we'll have a chat about them. We'll just read through some of your comments first, and then we're gonna go over to talk about some of those events, and then we'll come back to the comments. Again, if I miss your comment, not intentional, make the comment again. And I'll hopefully get to it, or if I do miss it entirely, chuck it in and chat to me as well, Instagram DM, and I'll get to you, respond. So it's just the comments quite often just flow really quickly. All right, let's get into it. Now I have said hi to a few that came on board early. Where are we at? Chris is waiting for Wizard of Ozland to open with the Wicked musical on screen. Yeah, I reckon the timing will be very close. Excuse me. I think, and I don't know, but I'm just guessing. In my opinion, I reckon they'll have the Wizard of Ozland open before the movie comes out, and the movie's due to come out at the end of this at the end of November. So I'm just based off what I've seen. Excuse me, from Fright Nights, we could see right in there. They're testing already. They're not almost finished, but they're really close to finishing the theming from the look of it. I reckon that could open in a month. So if I say a month, I'd say mid-November, maybe a week or so before that musical comes out, or the movie comes out. Now, also, apparently they're having a premiere of that movie in Australia. I don't know, but what do you reckon? Do you reckon they'd have it at Movie World? Because there's a couple of the stars of the movie coming, including Ariana Grande. I should pronounce that correctly. I'm just kind of putting two and two together. I could be totally wrong, by the way. Usually they have those things in Sydney, but I'm just thinking if this land is going to be ready and open and how well themed it is. Imagine having the premiere at Movie World in the Wizard of Oz land while having all the photos and the cast or the people coming for that, and then going into the movie, into the Roxy. I don't know. It would be like a shame not to use that, right? So anyway, that's just my thoughts. I could be just totally wrong. I'm just trying to think, wow, that might align. The planets might align, and that could happen. That'd be cool, right? Of course, will we get invited? Of course, probably not. But anyway, I'm sure we'll see plenty of footage about it, right? Anyway, that's just my speculation. I could be totally wrong there. Probably am totally wrong. Princess Matt is going to Fright Nights dressed as Beetlejuice. Cool. You'll see the real Beetlejuice too. And actually, so speaking of Beetlejuice, Fright Nights, the Beetlejuice there. Well, I was there on opening night. The Beetlejuice there, because he obviously hosted like the opening, and then he was there to meet on the side. He looked very, very similar to Michael Keaton, the actual person that plays the original and in the latest movie Beetlejuice. I was going back on my video and I was pausing it. I was like, this guy whoever this is playing that character is almost exact. Like the way he moves, the pronunciations, the look, the voice. And I was kind of thinking to myself, imagine if they've paid, like, because they didn't put any more money into mazes, but imagine if they paid for him actually to come here, dress up, and do that every night for those, fright nights. And we're all standing there getting photos with this guy that we think is just an actor dressed up as Beetlejuice. But imagine if it was actually him. Like, wow, it would blow my mind. That would be so cool. If it was, they probably won't announce that till afterwards. That'd be pretty cool. I mean, it's probably not. It just, whoever it was or is amazing. And I actually had a couple of people even message me and say, "Hey, geez, is that the real actor?" I'm like, I thought the same thing. So there you go. I don't know. If you've been to Movie World Fright Nights, mate, what's your thoughts on that? Do you reckon? Have you had a look? I just think, yeah, it was incredible. So even if it's not, so whoever plays that Beetlejuice, wow, amazing. Because like in some of the ads that we saw, and even the media pictures that you see around the bus stops and things, that's definitely not that's a different Beetlejuice. When I first saw that picture, I almost thought of, I had to look twice, and like, this is the one that you see in the bus stops. It kind of looked like, some of you might not know who I'm talking about here, by the way, but that, the Australian Dame Edna, I think she passed away, or he, the person that was it. Oh, forgive me. I think is it David Humphreys? Oh, anyway, forgive me if I'm wrong on that, but yeah, the person I think has passed away. But Dame Edna Everidge, right? But then that person had another character. I think it was Sir Les Patterson, who was like a bit of a slobby looking kind of guy. That character, I don't know what it is. Just a glance of that one that they've got in the bus stops reminds me of that Les Patterson. I don't know what it is, but I'm like, what? Anyway, the Beetlejuice at Fright Nights is incredible and amazing, by the way. So, as I was saying before, it'd be interesting to see what your thoughts are if you've been there, and what your thoughts are on that, or if you've seen them in my video. I've got them at the start of the video as well, welcoming the video in, if you like. Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. Anyway, I'm just blabbing on about that. Ileana's going to spooky nights dressed as the Wicked Witch. That would be cool. Rex went to Fright Nights last Saturday. Hope you enjoyed it. What do you think about that? If you noticed. Bodie, thanks for jumping on, mate. Was good to hear from you. Hey, Caleb, good to hear from you, mate. Good. Need to catch up with you, man, in the park. John, my friend, off to Universal and Disney this Saturday in Japan and China. That's GC party buses, for those of you playing at home. John and I caught up at Happy Halloween at Dreamworld. Yeah, he's got an awesome trip planned. Very jealous. I'd love to be. I did ask if he had room in his suitcase for me, but I don't think he does. But anyway, off to Japan and China to do Universal and Disney parks. Wow, that's going to be amazing. Looking forward to photos. Definitely looking forward to photos and any kind of videos you're doing on the Instagram, mate. But yeah, again, I hope you have an awesome trip. That's going to be absolutely amazing. One day, I'll put on my bucket list. One day when I win lotto. Supernova's coming up. Am I going? What is the date of that? I've got a fair bit happening, but my plan was, yes, I usually never miss a Supernova. Brisbane and Gold Coast. Normally I go to both. So I'm going to try and definitely squeeze that in, of course. That's what I do. It's my thing. Even sometimes, I mean, it's funny. I get quite a following now when I'm going to those, like in terms of being recognized. Because, when I go to theme parks, I get recognized a lot. When I go and do something else, like a different attraction, dressed in Jaggs journeysgc, I don't always get stopped or noticed, because obviously a lot of my you guys are theme park enthusiasts, mostly. But now when I go to Supernovas, I get all the cosplayers coming up to me and, I saw myself in your video and all that, and love your videos, and I love that, because I really like the effort and the time that people put into those cosplay costumes. Wow. I love the event just as a whole anyway. It's just an awesome feeling event. I love it. And it's really nice to see people like-minded people, enjoying something all together, meeting other other people for the first time who have this, as I said, the like-minded people, and making new friends as well. It's really a really cool thing to see, and yeah, it's just awesome. I love going to those. So yeah, I'll be heading there as normal. Matt, he's saying a quick hello. Hope you're well. Going to Spooky Nights on the final night. Looking forward to the first time. Saw your video and it looks good. Yeah, mate. Yeah, if it's your first time there, you'll absolutely love it. Make sure you don't miss that Monster Mayhem Aqua Light show. In my video, it was the edited version, and my music over top. Purely because I actually don't like to ruin it. If you like, for those that are, I know not everyone goes to those events that watches the videos, because some just can't get there, or they don't live in, or they're not on holiday. But the way I like to do it is just to give a good snapshot of what it looks like, and how fun it is. But of course, if you're going for yourself, you want to experience it for yourself. You want to experience the music, the storyline, and the entire show. The entire show goes for about 20 minutes, or maybe 15 minutes. No, maybe 20, 15 or 20 anyway. And hence I just make a 3-minute edit. Actually, I think it was 4 minutes. Excuse me, a 4-minute edit, just to keep it snappy and keep people engaged. Because sometimes it's different when you're sitting there and actually in the atmosphere and enjoying it and watching it. You are engaged in it. But when you watch a video of like a whole entire show, it can you can get a bit bored or disengaged. No disrespect to the content, to the actual show or anything. It's just watching the video, I think, can be a little bit like that. So that's why I tend to do those kind of more snapshot, like a shortened version of it. But you can't miss that. There's 3 shows. I think it's 6:30, 7:15, and 8 p.m. Definitely worth doing. Right is saying, I did tell you the other day, but I went to Fright Nights the other day. That's right. I think it was your first one. That's I hope you had an awesome time. I think I remember you saying you didn't do any mazes, but which is cool. You got to ease yourself into those events, because they are scary, like they're full on. So the main thing is you got into the event, you've seen the precincts, the characters, the entertainment, the night rides. That's all really cool. Next step's the mazes. So yeah, you'd no doubt see my video. I actually was very fortunate enough because of it's essentially because of some people that I used to work with years ago, and they know my channel's positive, but also they know me personally, so they do give me permission to film in those mazes. Not everyone is obviously able to film in those mazes, so I'm very thankful but fortunate to be able to do so. So therefore, you get a good gauge of what it's like. Now, just to let you know too, when you watch that in my video of inside the mazes, I'm actually not filming the whole entire maze in its entirety. Well, essentially, kind of, but part of the gig, or part of the, I guess, the rules around filming is you're not just to show the whole thing in one hit, because obviously if you're going, you want to experience the jump scares. You don't want to know where they are. You want to not know where they are. So those videos are edited in sections and mixed up. So obviously walking into the maze, but then you might see the second to last thing, and then you might see the third thing, or from the end, and then you might see the second thing. Like, it's all mixed up. So but you get an idea of what happens in those mazes as well. And most of the jump scares are probably there, but some are not. So because also if there's people behind me, they might have got the scare before. Like, I might have just missed the first scare, and then they might have got the scare. So yeah, so it's definitely worth doing them and experience it all for yourself. Always the best options. All right. I'm going to go through your comments now. Like I said before, I'm going to have a bit of a chat about the Halloween events, because I've just recently completed all 3 of the Movie World, SeaWorld, Dream World. we'll have a chat about that. I know there's heaps of comments coming through, and I do like to try and attend to your comments, guys. And just a reminder too, this live stream is moderated. There's 2 moderators on tonight, so just letting you know. Ileana's saying, I've been into the Wax Museum in London. Wow, that would be cool. And I'm pretty sure that would be a pretty good one too. I think that might be a Madame Tussauds one as well, which is cool because we're just chatting about how I went to the Madame Tussauds in Wax Museum in Sydney a couple of weeks ago. There will be a video on that when I can get to it, guys. Like, obviously, I can only really pump out 1 to 2 videos a week because I work full time, and obviously with all the Halloween events, I've got to get them out because they're kind of timely events, right? If I pump out a Halloween event mid-November, the hype's gone. No one's interested in looking at it anymore, so there's no point. So I've got to get those out at the time. So all my other ones, including I've still got some USA content being edited. They will still be coming because I've had to prioritize other work videos in between before them. Michael, mate, thank you for dropping in on the chat, mate. Great catching up on Saturday. Yes, definitely. It was definitely great catching up with you. Having a good catch up, actually. It was really good. And hearing about your last trip as well over to Singapore sounded absolutely amazing as well. Everything you did. Maya ended up having a great night. That's good. Once the rain stopped, it stormed that night, everyone, just so you know, in the Gold Coast here. Literally just before the opening of, I guess would have been all the events in the Gold Coast. So it would have been Spooky Nights, which is the event that we were at, but also for Dream World's event and Movie World's event. Right on opening, big storm came through the Gold Coast. Massive rain, thunderstorm for about an hour. So it kind of hindered a lot of activity, hindered us getting out and even into the park at the start of the night. But anyway, once that had gone past, it was always a great night as usual. So, which is always good. You're off to Dream World on Saturday for Happy Halloween. Excellent. Yeah, you'll really enjoy that. I don't think there's any storms forecasted. I don't think anyway, but you never know, being the Gold Coast. You'll really enjoy that night too. I really did enjoy that. We'll touch base on, we'll talk about all those events shortly. I'll just run through some more comments. But yeah, once again, also very, very great to catch up with you as well. Thanks for your time as well. I do appreciate that. Scott Richards, there's a lot of ground theming to do from what I saw on Friday night. Otherwise, if they are leaving it that bare, I'm a little concerned that the massive amount of theming was everywhere else. I think we're talking about Wizard of Oz, I think. Keeping in mind the theme is a like a farmland. So I think all the theming we will see will be in the queuing areas. That'll be where you'll be immersed into most of it. I think from what we could see is essentially where the roller coaster goes around the track. And then, you know, if you think about like even Steel Taipan, right? Or even DC Rivals, like there's no theming around where the track is further down where the ride's going. It's just, you know, little plants or what have you, right? So I think once we're in and experiencing that land from the guest perspective, like in the way that you're supposed to flow in and everything, I think then you'll go, wow. But I was talking about to Riley and Adrian on our podcast. Hopefully you guys have listened to our podcast. If you haven't, we do, myself, Riley from That's So Mid, and Adrian from AU Theme Park Fan, we do a fortnightly podcast. It's called the Theme Park Cartel. So if you haven't heard of it, jump onto the Theme Park Cartel and check that out. Every second Wednesday. Oh, sorry. Well, we record every second Wednesday. So every second, I think Friday it releases. Thursday or Friday it releases on all the major streaming platforms there. So you'll see that there. And we were talking about that, and I sort of mentioned about theming, about you know, Disney and Universal do it so well. When you go into one of their themed lands or what have you, they have massive walls up around the whole entire land. But the walls aren't just walls. They're obviously painted up and shaped for landscape or perspective. So you feel like you are just in that land. You can't see any other buildings or other structures nearby. So, so all you can see and your feeling is you're immersed and you're in that zone. But if you're in the Wizard of Oz land and then you look across and see, the back of the Wild West Falls ride with the, corrugated iron box and stairwell, and you see the maintenance sheds or what have you, it's it takes it away, but I don't think that's where your focus will be. And the cost of doing those massive walls or fencing around to immerse people in it is massive. So obviously bigger budgets in America anyway, but anyway, so it's funny we're talking about that in our podcast, the Theme Park Cartel. Check it out. Okay. Excuse me. I do blabble on, don't I? But thanks to everyone for jumping on. I've got 54 of you on at the moment, and thanks to each and every one of you for taking the time out of your evening to spend with me. I really do appreciate it. Let me see. Paul's asking me, do you think there was less scare actors out and about on the streets this year? Okay, so yes, in fact, definitely there was. Main Street particularly. Now, keeping in mind, I only went on opening night. So in Main Street, when I was, because basically after the opening scene this year, we did a horror encounters first up in the plaza, which was pretty cool. And then walked down Main Street. I said to the guys, I want to go to the front and just check out the flames and the sign and just film a bit of that before we go to the mazes. Main Street was kind of half empty, not a lot of smoke. There was smoke, but not a lot. And it was just a couple of those, maybe 5 different, like all the same creature with the goat skull head. Some tall, I think there's like 3 tall ones and a couple of sort of ones who were just down low or whatever. And yeah, it was a little bit underwhelming, but from what I understand, I was speaking to one of the managers at Spooky Nights on Saturday night, who covers all the parks, and she said that that the first night, they weren't happy with. There was a lack of actors in that Main Street. So apparently from that next night, so keeping in mind the first night was a Saturday, the second night was the Friday just gone. So from that night, they had more people in Main Street with the chainsaws. I think the same as last year. The guys, they didn't have they had no shirts and they had those masks, the kind of like baby looking face masks, with the chainsaws. Apparently they had them all in Main Street and it was full on again. So so I think they fixed that from the second night. And whether that was just something that maybe because I know when you put these on, like a lot goes into these events, right? Like a lot, like months and months and months of designing, planning, all the auditions they got to do. But when you roll it out on the night with the public, often it's not until then that you go, oh, we didn't think about that, or oh, geez, we didn't realize that's going to look like that, like this, So then they always have a briefing the next day, and then they get feedback, and then they make some changes, and then second one onwards. I usually go to these events on opening night purely, again, like I was saying before, because I've kind of got to get these videos out. Like, it's not about being first. It's just about, these are timely events. So if I put it out after the event or on the last day, is anyone really interested in watching it then? Like, people sometimes are going to go, should I go to this event? What's it all about? What am I going to expect? That's why I do the videos, so people can have a good look at it and make the decision for themselves, right? So, but however, sometimes going on opening night means that they'll probably improve a lot of things second night onwards, and the last night is probably going to be the best. I mean, you never know. I may even decide to go again. It's an expensive night, though. Don't get me wrong. It's very expensive, and I kind of would like to do something else on the Halloween night. But anyway, we'll see. But yeah, I think to answer your question, yes, but I think they fixed it. That was a long-winded answer, but but just to give you some context around some information that I'd found out. So yeah, thanks, Paul. Scott was at Fright Nights on Friday, just gone. Too many too many Main Street guys with their animal skulls just walking around. In previous years, 2 or 3 sliding around was great. Okay, so okay, well, that's contradicting what I was told. Again, I wasn't there that Friday night, but um, was there any of those other guys with the chainsaws as well? Because that's what I was told that they had put in to make it better, unless they just put more of those creatures in. I don't know. I liked it when we had you're walking around and there's Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers, from the classic Halloween movies and things like that. That's what I like. To me, that's what they should have in Main Street. It's movie world, right? So let's have all the movie horror characters out. Have, the Saw puppet on the tricycle, going around. Have Freddy Krueger. I know some of them aren't all Warner Brothers, but, neither is Halloween. I don't think that's Warner Brothers either. But anyway, maybe they could just have those roving characters, always have that as the movie themed movie street, horror movie street or something. I don't know, Hollywood horror movie street. Anyway, what was my favorite maze? It was Death Row for me. And then probably second was Conjuring. They were very close, first and second, though, I got to say. Definitely. Scott doesn't think they spent much money this year. They didn't. Well, obviously, it was the same event as last year, blueprinted. They did put a couple of extra panic rooms on, if you noticed. And the first bite, I thought pre-event was really cool, really awesome, and a really good value for money. And I think there was a few extra actors in some of the mazes, and they had definitely made improvements. So, yeah, I think they're spending a lot of money doing Wizard of Oz. Keep that in mind as well. So, plus Scooby. So, probably the budget wasn't there, if you think about that. They're not made of money. Like, they've got investors, and they got to spend money in the right places at the right time, but they still got to run an event like that and do something different. So, all in all, I still enjoyed the night, and hopefully next year we will see maybe some different mazes, maybe some improvements here and there again. But I liked it, and I also liked the opening. But we'll chat more about that in a minute. I know we've been touching base on a lot of the information as the questions come through, so that's all cool. Do I know why Fearophobia wasn't on this year? I don't actually know why. But for them to actually cancel it, that's a pretty good indication of the fact that it must be something pretty serious, because they work all year to put this event on for us. So, and it was going ahead, like it was all the advertising was done, the new location was sorted, it was all out there, and then bang, something's happened. So I don't know, and either they'll make a decision to tell everyone, or it might be a private matter for them that they don't wish to discuss, and we should respect that. If we don't ever find out, then so be it. But I do know that they'll be making sure that next year's is pretty full on and pretty awesome. So those guys do a wonderful job, experts in what they do, so pretty cool. Let me have a look. He's the same guy that did the intro room to Hellshop last year. I must have missed some comments there. Okay, apologies. I might have missed a comment or two somewhere. But yeah, the Hellship didn't when the night I went, they didn't have a pre-show. And I really liked the pre-shows last year. Same with Circus. Didn't have a pre-show. And that kind of really set the scene. But I think we spoke about that in our podcast as well. That was probably the only thing that was kind of like missing. Scott saying, oh yeah, Barry Humphries, that's right, for when I was talking about Les Patterson before. Yeah, that's the name. Looks like maybe some of you guys are having a conversation amongst yourselves as well. That's fine. I don't. When I read your comments, I'm like, what? What does that mean? And then I see there's like a thread there, so that's okay. Talk amongst yourselves. Anyway, yeah, Bodie, you're right. We had no TikTok lives. Yeah, you're right. We are paying for that, and $10 a month. For what? So I think that maybe whoever's running that subscription or looking after that should have sent something out to everyone saying, "Hey guys, we're not running any lives for now. It's up to you if you want to stay subscribed or not. Maybe give people the option." Because some people don't mind. Oh, that's cool. I'll pay that subscription for when they do a live randomly or what have you. But other people, would love to see something for that money. I mean, I would, but again, I'm busy, so I tend to forget about it a bit as well. So, hopefully they'll maybe start something up with I don't know, Christmas Scooby, maybe something like that. Anyway, we'll see. Shepherd is performing in Brisbane tomorrow night. Yes, they are. I did see that. I do follow them, and awesome group, by the way. Yeah, look, so they're doing really well in the States, right? They're doing really, really well, and individually as well. So, yeah, they're awesome. It was really cool when we saw them at Movie World. That was so awesome that they did that. That was really cool. Ryder's saying he didn't get a chance to see much of my videos. That's okay, mate. They're still there to watch anytime. Ileana saying she's unable to ride the Leviathan ride at SeaWorld. Can go on the Scooby-Doo. Do I know any other family coasters? Well, they're opening 2 new family coasters very soon with the Wizard of Oz area. They'll be family coasters. Roadrunner is also a family coaster at Movie World. Definitely be able to ride those. And, of course, at Dream World, if you've got tickets, you'll be able to ride Jungle Rush when that opens in December. That will be a family coaster. And you may be able to ride, you will be able to ride the Big Red Boat Ride. That's a powered coaster, more for smaller kids, but I've been on it. It's pretty good. And maybe even the Kenny's Forest Flyer, the suspended coaster. And I mean, Taipan, a little bit more thrill ride than family, but yeah, it's still pretty cool. All right. Do I know that? So Mid, yes, that's who we are. So the Theme Park Cartel podcast is myself, that's so Mid, AU Theme Park fan. The 3 of us do the Theme Park Cartel. Okay, Sue, how are you? Job's going well, thank you. You're booked for Spooky Fest on the 26th, which is the last night. Am I going again? Probably not. Nope. I mean, I didn't get to film a lot, but it is what it is. So, but no, I don't have the time, to be honest with you. Unfortunately. Hey, Jason. You renewed your movie world pass today. That's good. Is fast track for the mazes? What? Going to Fright Nights Friday night and Spooky Nights SeaWorld next Friday, and Happy Halloween at Dreamworld. Oh, you got fast track, yeah. Definitely fast track for the mazes. If you can stretch to that, highly recommend it. I mean, I do know people that have gone in and they have definitely completed all the mazes in the night. However, did they get anything else done? Not really. So it's either do all the mazes and not pay for the fast track, but really see not much else and do not much else. At one point, one of the queues was 2 hours long, DC Deceased at Movie World Friday night. So keeping that all in mind, if you're just going for the mazes, you should be able to get them all done in one night. Be prepared for the long queue wait times. That's all. But if you want to get the whole event done, you will need what's best if you can stretch to do the fast track there. Cool. What's the best seating for the light show at SeaWorld? Depends what you like. For me, I like the very, very back center, just so I can film the whole thing. But other people prefer to be up the front. If you're not filming, if you just want to enjoy it, up the front, up close, it's awesome. I have sat there in the past, and yeah, it's really good up there. But yeah, if it's raining, you will get wet up there. Cool. Let's see. Sorry, guys. Again, if I missed your comment, no, apologies for that. Just make it again. Going to try to do cosplay for Supernova this year. There was supposed to be an announcement for something Dreamworld early November, like a party event. Yeah, normally what they do is they align a cosplay night to the night markets around the time of the Supernova season, if you like, cosplay. Usually that's what they do. So keep an eye on their Facebook page for the night markets. Maybe the park might do something during the day, but usually the night market will do that. The script are coming to Brisbane. Princess Matter is going to their concert for the second time. Wow, enjoy. That would be cool. Have you decided what you're doing for 10K celebration yet? So there will be some giveaways. And again, I've just been that busy that I apologize. I just haven't had a time. I have the giveaways. It's just the working around what we're doing specifically. It will happen. So I've just been away, been really busy at work, all these Halloween events going on. I've still got a few more. I've got videos to be done, and I've had to get some other stuff done for Sandbox VR. I don't know if you guys have seen some of my Instagram or reels or anything or stories around Sandbox VR, virtual reality. Sorry. These virtual reality places are all around the world. Excuse me, called Sandbox VR. The very first Australian one is in Surfers Paradise in Cavill Lane, so it's upstairs on the Orchard Avenue side. So they invited me down to experience the experience, I suppose, to enjoy the experience, and obviously promote that for them as well. And given that they are a new attraction, and because my channel isn't just theme parks, it's attractions events as well. Very fortunate for that, and they're such nice people. But pretty much if you go and do it and you mention that Jaggs Journey sent you, you will get 20% off. So if you want to do a virtual reality experience, and by the way, this was awesome. What's different about this one is you actually get body sensors. So around your ankles and your wrists, and in your vest that you wear, and the headsets are amazing, and you got speakers and microphones. The VR is so crystal clear and real. Like, you look all around up high, you look behind you to the side on the floor, and you are a character, and you put your arm out and you see the arm of the character. Like, everything, I mean, that's what most VRs are like, but this is just so realistic. It blew me away. And we did Deadwood Valley, which is like basically a zombie shoot up, and it has a storyline. So you sort of have a story of where you start and how you get through killing the zombies, and then a helicopter comes in and rescue and all that kind of thing. But it's crazy real. It's so real. It's unbelievable. And we also did Squid Games as well. If you've seen it, most people have seen Squid Games, right? And that was like a workout because you're doing the full on, you're going through the shapes in the wall, and you got to crouch down and go up and do shapes. And then there's those ones where you got to walk on the panel, and if you walk on the wrong panel, you fall 100 meters down, and that's freaky when you fall, because your character falls. I mean, you're on the floor like standing, but it's like, whoa, like you're going down. Yeah, it's cool. It's crazy. It's so good. I would highly recommend it to check it out. So that's Sandbox VR in the Gold Coast. It's in Surfers Paradise. It's in Cavill Lane, so it's obviously right in Surfers Paradise, and it's upstairs. So on the Orchard Avenue side, it looks down basically on Orchard Avenue where the kebab shops and nightclubs are, I guess. So really nice guys there. And mention Jaggs Journey sent you, and you'll get 20% off. So why not do it? Tell your friends as well. Tell everyone. Mention Jaggs Journeys when you go there, and say Jaggs Journey sent me. Jaggs Journeys told me to come here and experience this. They'll give you 20% off. All right, and just in case, like they do know about it, obviously, because they've had to approve that, and I've had to promote that. Make sure you say, yeah, we get 20% off if we mention Jaggs Journeys, and they'll know. All right, so do that and enjoy, have fun. Anyway, all right. I've probably missed a few comments again. Sorry, just put them back in the chat. It's all good. Have you heard the train? Have you heard the track where the train used to go around SeaWorld? Only removed half of it. Oh, the monorail. Yeah, it's a big job. So I'd say a lot of it's been removed, and they're still doing more work around that, like the plaza. Keeping in mind, it's a big concrete structures, and right in the plaza there where people are eating, working, like shopping, playing games. So they've probably got to do that overnight and all that kind of thing. How long do the mazes go for from start to finish? So I would say, I mean, I didn't time them, to be honest with you, but maybe it also depends on how fast you go through. I don't like to rush them, and I would definitely recommend. You see some people just like running through them. While they're not going to get all the scares, they're not going to absorb the all the theming and the storyline and all that. Take your time. Don't go too slow, because obviously they're sending other groups at other points, and you don't want to be meeting up with, like, all of a sudden have a cluster of 15 people, because then no one gets the right scares at the right time. You just want to walk through normally, and you probably get through them in about like a normal ride. So like maybe 3 minutes there, give or take, I guess. But they're all pretty cool. There's a couple of shorter ones, so maybe some are 2 to 3, and maybe some are 3 to 5 minutes, 4 minutes, something like that. All right. Every time your videos come on, I think of the show Jag. Yeah, I think it's still on now, right? The runs and the reruns or whatever, and the Navy one. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Good show. Craig says, wouldn't be a great idea to make the Doomsday area into a Joker Arkham game style theme, fun park, interactive activities instead of a ride? Yeah, mate, that would be cool too, wouldn't it? Definitely. I reckon they put a roof on it, and they could do something really cool in there. Even if you look online at Warner Brothers Dubai, Warner Brothers Movie World, or I think it's called Movie World Dubai. Anyway, it's a fully indoor theme park. Amazing. I haven't been there. I've just seen it online. Wow, right? But there's the part where they've got a ride, kind of like Shockwave at Dreamworld, but it's done up I think it's called Joker's Revenge, or maybe something like that. Maybe not quite that name, but because it's inside and they got like these green neon lights and everything, and smoke effects, and looks cool. I reckon they could do something like that. Just with those extra like lighting and smoke effects, sound effects indoors, whole different scenario compared to just the ride outside, right? So anyway, they could do plenty of stuff and look, they are looking at it. They're certainly contemplating what they're going to do with that area. Obviously, they've got other projects going on, but that would definitely be being planned and being costed and all that as well. Hey, Dreamworld Golden Years. Hey, thanks for jumping on. Good to hear from you guys. Sight lines. We talked about sight lines with theming around the areas like the Wizard of Oz land, and how in America they do like these walls and like hills and things, so you really feel like you are in that area and you don't see anything else around it. So that's like in your sight line. So sight lines used to be very important for movie world. Yeah, you're right. They used to be big in the heyday, didn't they? Yeah, that's right. Yep. So he's saying before Hollywood stunt driver, the sight lines of Wild West Falls matched up to matched up with like Sam's Train, because all the rock work is similar, obviously. So that's interesting. Yeah, that's really cool. They don't appear to be as important these days. True. Yeah, whether it's as important, I mean, for me, depends on what it is, I suppose. I guess if you're thinking about the US parks, like say Star Wars Land or Toontown, Cars Land, you want those sight lines. You want to be immersed. You don't want to see anything else. But I guess some of the lands here don't need to worry about that so much. But I think Wizard of Oz would be amazing if it could, but I don't think they will. Rick's never been to Spooky Nights at SeaWorld. Is it as scary as Fright Nights? No, not at all. It's a family Halloween event. So it's for kids, basically. Little kids, families, dress up, trick or treat, lolly, treasure hunt. No scary characters, just like pirates, and and they're friendly pirates. They're not scary or anything like that. There's no jump scares at all. Same with Dreamworld's event, the Happy Halloween. It's a happy Halloween. So, as the name suggests, no scares, at all. So yeah, definitely do it if you've got, children, younger families. But if you're going to an event for scares, Movie World's the one. Definitely not the other two for scares. But the other two are great events. They still always put on nice. It's nice. The parks are nice at night. Ride the rides, the lighting, the show, the extra shows and things. It's all really cool. All right, what are we at? I've probably lost a few there. Sorry about that. Kira's saying her favorite maze was DC. Look, I mean, that's awesome from the theming perspective. And it's definitely way better than last year. They put a lot more effort into the scares in that. And I was, yeah, even though I think I rate that one out of the 5, I might rate that one 5th. For me, it's about the jump scares. Theming as well, but if I was just rating it on theming, it would probably be first. See what I mean? So depends when you say what's your favorite and best maze, depends what's more important to you. Why are you going there to, are you wanting the scares? Do you want more theming? I like really getting the scares, the jump scares, but also I do love the theming as well. But I think the scares for me outweighs the theming. For this kind of an event, like I definitely on my bucket list to do a horror nights in Universal Studios in America one year. I may not be for a few years yet because it costs a lot of money, right? But they do unreal job with theming and the jump scares, so I'm really keen to see that. But yeah, I get what you're saying. What have we got here? Okay, I think I read that one. There was a lot of chainsaw guys in Main Street when you went, Kira. So yeah, that was not like that on the first night. So that's good to hear that they definitely did that. Rix, sorry I have to go. Thanks for going live. Hope you get 20K subs soon. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Rix. Feel free to subscribe if you're not already. Feel free to share the channel and help me get there. That would be really appreciated as well. Same with everyone. That would really help me out a lot. If we can slide through to 20 a lot faster than the 5 years it took to get to 10. So anyway, we'll get there and eventually. Okay, sorry. I'm just reading some comments there. What would you like to see replace the Aqua Loop? I haven't really thought about that too hard. I don't know. I think before I comment on that, I'd really have to just have another look around other parks in the world to see what's not here. It would have to be something. It's at the front of the park, so it would have to be, to me. It would have to be because you can see that from the road, right? So it have to be something that people are going to drive past and go, oh, "I want to go on that. Look how cool that is." Or wow, there's only one of that kind here in Australia. That's what they need to look at. They need to, and they probably are, but they need to look around the world and see what other rides are, different rides. So, in my opinion, rather than saying this kind of a ride, it just needs to be something different, but a bit of a wow factor. Given that it's front of park, it can be seen from the road, and it should be a draw card, right? So let's hope they put something like that in there. Hey Jaggs, did you try the pizza dog at Fright Night, mate? I didn't. I actually wanted to do that. I missed any of these night events. I do struggle to film everything, and that's number one priority. I've got to film everything, so I'm always darting around and trying. I've got a schedule. I've got a plan. I get stopped a lot, which is cool, but I do got to keep moving. I did eat though that night because I did have a voucher and I didn't want to waste the voucher. But I ended up just getting a normal hot dog from Wild West Burgers. But anyway, I did see that I missed out on that pizza dog. So it looks pretty cool. I'd probably give it a go next time, potentially. Apparently, so here we go. Aqua Loops at Wet and Wild has started to be fenced off and demolished, or demolition started. Interesting. It must have just been recent because I drove past the other day. It was still there. So there you go. So they're doing it. I don't know. Would they have something open for December? I know those slides don't take long to put up. So maybe. Peter's roses are red. Weeds are a pest. Jaggs, you are truly the best. Well, thank you for that beautiful poem. I appreciate that, Peter. Thank you very much. That means a lot. Thank you. I try. I try. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everyone that's supporting the channel and always has done, or everyone who's found me recently and jumped on. Always appreciate that. Free zones. I'm going to Fright Night sometime next Friday or Saturday. Are you going? No plans to go to another night. I did spend a lot of money on that first night with Fast Track, the tickets, the first bite. That's, geez, I think it was a few $100s or more. So probably won't go again. I want to go again, but yeah, a $100 ticket, it's a lot of money. We'll see. But I hope you enjoy when you go. Ileana's going to the Whitsundays in November. Very cool. Well, I hope when you're going to a circus and as well, and the Wiggles, well, enjoy those events. I'm sure they'll all be awesome. Michael Horton got made redundant last week. Mate, I'm really sorry to hear that. There's a lot of that happening at the moment, or in recent times as well. So what? Let's see. So you've decided to go around the world for 2 months. Wow, really? Well, I suppose if you can do it, and what better time, right? Do it, because by the time you start another job, there's you got to wait another year before you get your leave, right? I mean, when I left my job in April, I had a week between jobs. I had 2 weeks. No, I had a week between jobs. Yeah. I left on a Friday, booked a ticket to LA for the following Wednesday. No, it must have been 2 weeks. It must have been 2 weeks because booked a ticket for the following Wednesday. I flew out. Because I was there a week. So I came back the following, I think it was like Friday because of the day difference, or Thursday or Friday, I think it was. I had to do that because then bang, started the job 2 days later. And of course, no annual leave accumulates enough for about, your 4 weeks until next year. So good on you, man. Good on you. I hope you have a safe time, obviously. It sounds like you're going to have an awesome time. You're going to go to Abu Dhabi for Ferrari World. Man, That is, I want to go there so badly. You're going to London as well for the Harry Potter. Oh, mate, that is awesome. That is so cool. And Paris for Disneyland, and New York, and LA. Wow, man. Hey, why not? Why not? And they've obviously paid you out with being redundant. So, mate, you live once. Good on you. You know what? I'd probably consider doing something the same. So, Michael, I hope you have an awesome time. Safe journeys, obviously, most importantly. But I hope you have an awesome time, and then more importantly, too, when you come back, I hope you pick up something really quick again. I'm sure you will. I don't know what you do. I don't know what work you're in, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of jobs out there at the moment that people are struggling to actually fill. So, I mean, I was very fortunate. When I decided to start looking, I picked one up. Wow, it was probably within a couple of weeks. So, anyway, good luck and have an awesome time. It sounds so cool. Lots of people traveling at the moment. I'm very jealous. I would love to be just doing traveling and YouTubing, but need to pay the bills. Daniel's saying Fright Night was good. Yeah, I agree. It was good. Kira's not that excited for King Claw. I think there's mixed feelings about the King Claw. Me included. I mean, look, it's going to be impressive. Don't get me wrong. I personally just not a fan of those rides. In my Rainbow's End video that you can watch, it's on there. They've got the same ride, the same. I think it's exactly the same height and everything. Actually, it might even be bigger, but it does the full 360. And because I was filming, they're like, "Oh, well, we'll just keep it going faster and longer for you, mate." Which I don't do well on spinny rides. So when I came off the ride, I was gone for about an hour. Couldn't move. I was that crook. But anyway, the video's up for you guys to have a look. But anyway, yeah, look, I would have liked that announcement to have been something different, maybe like a new attraction, like a log flume or a different kind of coaster or something. But I think a lot of people were anxiously waiting for something like that. But anyway, this will be cool. It's going to look amazing because when you think about it, that's massive, and it's going to be like, wow, it's going to be pretty cool. So I think everyone will come and want to ride that ride. So, yeah, look, maybe it's not for everyone, of course, but I think once it's in and we see it there, and we'll see so many people come to ride that, it's going to be a massive draw card for Dreamworld. So, yeah, I think I think it's a good move, but hopefully they'll put another new attraction and different attraction in after Jungle Rush. So one step at a time, I think. Okay, so there's plenty of comments there, guys, and appreciate all your comments. Damien, how are you, my friend? Good to hear from you on here tonight. No worries, Michael. No worries. What else? I went to Fright Nights and I rode the Wild West Falls, but it was shut. Yeah, someone else said that to me, that it was shut. It was open the night I was there and was operating. So I think did you go on the Saturday? I think it was shut Friday or the Saturday. Anyway, it was shut. So that's not good. But anyway, I don't think they changed anything from last year. We were hoping for more smoke, sound effects, and that. I just think it was pretty much the same. So, anyway, hey Clayton, how are you, mate? Thanks for jumping on tonight. Hope you've had a good day at work. He's also saying the Abu Dhabi ride was Riddler's Revenge. That's the one. It looks cool, right? It looks so awesome, like really awesome. They could do something like that, put a roof over the area and make it something cool like that, and maybe do like a bit of a maze or something, or some scare stuff to get to the ride. Maybe they could do something pretty cool. But anyway, we will see. We will see. What else we got here? Bodie's hoping the black fence behind Kansas Twisters is themed and it's not left as it is currently. No, the black fence, as far as I know, is only put up for Fright Nights, I think so, or for construction purposes. I think we'd be pretty safe to say that will definitely not be there. Hey Oliver, hope it's okay to ask, but wondering when's the best time to go to Movie World? When the best time to go to Movie World next year? Um, I want to go when Scooby Doo opens, but obviously they haven't said. Yeah, true. I mean, maybe. See, I think. I mean, I don't know. No one knows other than them, right? But I think it's going to open for Easter. That's personally what I think. They'll have it open for the first quarter of next year, first half anyway, at least. Um, so look, maybe again depends what else you. If you're just going to for Scooby, if it's just opening, then it'll probably then be open then for the rest of the year with no maintenance downtime. You would expect, but depends what else is closed that you wanted to ride, I suppose, for other maintenance periods, and depends what weather you prefer as well. Whether that doesn't worry you, because um, but June, July holidays, if you, or it depends if you're going during the school holidays or whether you're just picking a random time of year. Winter time in the Gold Coast, we have beautiful days. It's cool, but usually sometimes the days are warm, but it's cool mornings, cool afternoons. So the weather's pretty good. So maybe it'll be open in April. So maybe after the school holidays, so it's not so busy, May or June, before the June school holidays, maybe by then. Crowds are pretty good too. So hope that's some help. But again, until we all know, I'm not sure, Oliver, when, when it is. Brandon's asking me, do I get a commission for the 20% off deal for Sandbox VR? I guess those sorts of things probably shouldn't be discussed outside of in the public forum. So I prefer not to mention anything about that. But those guys, again, do an amazing job. The Sandbox VR is really awesome, and I'll definitely recommend checking it out. And well, hey, why not get 20% off, right? Just tell them that Jaggs Journey sent you. And if you've got friends and family that want to experience a virtual reality, a really good virtual reality experience in the Gold Coast, if they're coming up on holidays, tell them a Jaggs Journey sent you. Because also, I'm giving them the track. I want to know how many times people are using that. So, yeah, so interesting to see how many people take up that offer. What else we got here? Okay. You know what? I think I'm kind of caught up to most of your comments, almost. Hang on, let me see. Have you ever thought about traveling to overseas theme parks, like South Asia? Yes, yes. Would love to. Um, I work full time. Don't earn a huge amount of money, but YouTube also doesn't pay a lot of money, so it pays enough to cover tickets and stuff like that. So it's like everyone else at the moment, trying to save money is hard. Cost of living is hurting, but I'm fortunate, I guess, that YouTube pays some money. So when I go to Friday nights, it essentially paid for. I really wouldn't be probably will definitely won't be probably doing all that because it's a lot of money and and it doesn't accumulate like that. And I got quite a big tax on that money too. So every quarter I got to pay. They send me a tax bill every 3 months. So anyway, yes, I would love to get to the Southeast Asian parks. The ones you mentioned, 100%, including Japan too, including South Korea, but definitely Hong Kong, China, Singapore. Yes, not all in one trip, obviously. I would love to, but I don't think that's going to be a possibility. So yeah, look, hopefully there'll be a special one day with a package deal or something that we can take up to do that. So yeah, I mean, I would prefer my channel to be a really good mixture of theme parks and attractions, like the likes of Theme Park Worldwide, for example. If you watch them on YouTube, they're very lucky people. They work hard, obviously, with their content, but that's a dream. That's a dream. And look, one day you never know, that might be a reality. The more subscribers I get, on the channel, the faster I can grow the channel, then the more quicker that could happen. But the problem is, because I work full time, I'm limited to my filming. I'm limited to what I can push out, and as far as content is concerned, because it all takes time. It's the editing and putting it all together. And when you have a family and everything, you're busy. You're always busy. You're working full time. You're busy, and then trying to squeeze this in. I'm always busy. So, fingers crossed, I might win lotto. I don't. Hopefully, although I don't usually take a lotto ticket, so that chance is probably not going to happen either. But anyway, one day, yes, definitely want to get there. So, fingers crossed. I would love to. The flash takes longer to buckle in over the length of the ride. Yeah, it's a short ride, the flash. It's definitely it definitely takes longer to get buckled in and all set up than what the ride goes for. But it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Brandon says, out of the two family Halloween events, Dreamworld and SeaWorld, which one would you rate the most? And what are the pros and cons of both? Great question. Great question. Kind of a tough one, really. But, I mean, for me, so I don't have young kids, so they're both for younger families. They both offer different things. So, pros and cons. Dreamworld's Trick or Treat is free. You can bring your own bucket from home, or you can buy one there for like $5, and it's lollies, and you go and you fill it up, and all the trick or treat trails around the park. SeaWorld's, you got to pay for that experience, and you don't just get lollies, you get other things, which is cool. But I think kids want lollies mostly. But so I guess that's pros and cons there. The shows at Dreamworld, look, the Magic Show with Rhett Morrow and Jack. His last name escapes me, but those guys do an awesome magic and circus show in the Dreamworld Theatre. I think it's 2 shows a night. I think it's 6:30 and 7:30. I do feature it on the video, so check it out. That is awesome. I mean, to see an actual magic show right in front of your eyes, it's pretty awesome. They do a great job. They're really good entertainers, like amazing. I mean, Rhett Morrow, I've known him for, well, not personally, but we interact with each other when we see each other at events and things. He's a top bloke. He's an amazing performer, and we had a chat the other night as well, and that show was awesome. So I think that was cool. SeaWorld has the aqua light laser show, Monster Mayhem on the lake with fireworks, and that is truly spectacular. Like that's a production. So you can't compare the two shows because they're completely different shows, right? And I think they're both awesome because one is a magic and circus show, but one is a production of a laser light aqua show, which is spectacular. So for me, overall, I'd probably say SeaWorld, but that's because that show for me is the highlight of the night at SeaWorld. The rest of the event for me isn't really. It's great for families and kids, of course. I like SeaWorld at night too. By the way, it's a beautiful park. It was just like SeaWorld at night. It wasn't really the rest of the event. Wasn't much sort of really going on. I know they're not. I mean, yeah, they're not easy events to put on. I get it, but essentially it was more about that show and just the park being open at night with a couple of themed things around the park. It was pretty cool though. It's something different. Those talking mansions, houses. They have haunted houses that talk to the kids. They're pretty cool, pretty fun. Yeah, so I'd probably say SeaWorld. I mean, I did enjoy Dreamworlds. Again, the park looks amazing at night. The Kenny's Mystery Mansion was tricked up a bit more this year with extra lighting and effects and projections or what have you. Enjoyed that. That was really cool. And they do the VIP package as well, which is really, really awesome and lots of inclusions, good value, including the gift that you get for that. So for that pumpkin VIP, pumpkin patch VIP experience, I think it's $89 each, and you get a gift. And this is the gift that they give you. for that night. I hope that's clear enough for you guys. I'll take it back a bit. So it's a pin. I think it's pretty cool, right? That looks a lot better, right? Kenny's face instead of mine. Anyway, it's a pretty cool pin. 2024, he's holding a pumpkin and he's in the Dracula costume. And the good thing is on that night, Kenny and Belinda were in those Dracula costumes as well, which is really cool. I did post that photo, a couple of photos of that on the Instagram as well. So if you don't follow Jaggs Journeys, myself, on Instagram, make sure you do. You'll be missing out on some content there because whilst I do YouTube videos every week, and there's always a video on a Sunday or one or two, during the week, every day, there's photos, there's updates on Instagram and probably Facebook and Threads on the most part. I also have TikTok as well, but TikTok, again, I don't have much time, so I post when I can for TikTok. I'm not a big TikToker, so but there is stuff on there if you want to check it out. So please follow all the social media. Obviously, we schedule a lot of that stuff because we work during the week, so that stuff is scheduled either at night or on the weekends in advance, so I can drop during the week. Keep you guys engaged to the channel. That's how it sort of works. But yeah, make sure you follow us for those extra bits of content. All right. They should do stunt cars for Fright Nights with the zombies driving the cars. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Or dodging the cars, maybe. Adam Gaming, how you doing? Thanks for jumping on the live. The light show at SeaWorld was bad, and the singing hurts my ears. I'm not sure what night you went, but I enjoyed it. Look, I find with any live show that I watch anywhere, even the Disney ones, don't get me wrong, like the shows themselves are really well done. You know, they got to have a storyline, right? I find myself tuning out to the storylines. I can't. I like. See, I'm a engaging person, right? I like to follow stuff and that's happening, and you know, I don't like reading a lot of stuff. Like that's me, right? And sometimes the shows just when the storyline and talking starts to go on, and they got to do it because they got to. That's the idea of the show. They have a storyline and da da da. I tune out a bit. So, but anyway, depends what you like. But I still like the show, like the actual, you know, the effects and the water effects and the lasers and the fireworks. I think that's what I liked about it. Maybe not so much the songs because some of the songs got a little bit annoying, but for kids they would enjoy it, right? Definitely would enjoy it. So, yeah, there you go. All right, so a couple more comments coming through. Dane, how are you, mate? Thank you for the congrats on the 10K. Yeah, it was funny because it wasn't the last live because the last live actually, which was actually 4 weeks ago, is when we hit the 10K, and it happened on the live, and I wasn't even aware of it because I wasn't really watching the number. Someone says, "Hey, you're just about to hit 10K." So the person that actually hit 10K, the actual 10,000th subscriber, reached out to me actually, and yeah, so they've proven that they were the person. So yeah, so I'm going to be catching up with them, hopefully next I think a week or two when they're up here. They're from Victoria, so and I'll be giving them some stuff just for probably some Jaggs Journeys merch for being 10,000 subscribers. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But thank you, appreciate that. Hey Carly, how are you? Always good to hear from you. Thanks for supporting the channel still all this time. I appreciate that too. Yeah, the effects were great for that. Yeah, the songs were bad. Yeah, the story and the songs, look, they are what they are. But even in Disney parks, sometimes the story or the songs are for me are like, but the show and the lighting and the effects and everything is what's wow factor, right? So I think it's all into perspective on that. Dane's saying he's happy. He's going Happy Halloween and Spooky Nights back to back next week. Yeah, I did them back to back this week, just gone. And you're going to review it from a 4-year-old's perspective, make you look older than 4. But no, I know your kid's 4. Yeah, I mean, for a 4-year-old's perspective, it's probably very overwhelming, I would imagine. Lots going on, and probably like just there's a lot going on. From our perspective, we're trying to film an event. We keep track of what exactly events are on and when and all that. And, both nights for Dreamworld and for Seawood, I didn't get everything done, didn't get the whole park done. Those are short events, but I just, I get tied up with a few people as well. So that impacts my ability to film my videos. But I still managed to put out, a video of each, and hopefully, look, if everything's not covered, it doesn't matter, because if you're going, you'll see other things, and there'll be other things, and no doubt there'll be other videos on YouTube or on social media that will show things that I missed as well. And that's the beauty of having many people doing content creation. You're able to see different things on different channels, and the way it's presented is different as well. So, which is cool. Carly's going to SeaWorld for the first time on Friday. We'll enjoy the spooky nights there. I would just suggest to have a look at the entertainment schedule. The show, there's 3 show times for the main Monster Mayhem show. Either one of those 3 is fine. Doesn't make a difference which one you go to. Depends how you want to plan your night. Years gone by, I've done that last show, 8 o'clock. So I've gone straight into the park and done everything first in the park, and then run up to the 8 o'clock show, and then left. This year we had a big storm, and you couldn't get out in the park. It was teeming with rain. So I did the show first, then it stopped. So then I got out in the park, had an hour and a half left to film a 3-hour event, which was very challenging, but it's what happened. So yeah, have a look at what else there is. Dolphin show on, or I think 2 shows on. For me, it's not a Halloween special or anything. It's just the Dolphin show at night. If you haven't never seen the Dolphin show, maybe try and squeeze it in. If you've seen the Dolphin show, maybe just try and get the other stuff done for the Halloween event. And there is a couple of other activations in park as well, like putting your hand in the cauldron, finding a key, and then matching it up to a prize wall. It's paid experience, of course. That's in the plaza. Obviously, there's like a DJ in the plaza, a bit of a dance party happening, which is pretty cool. There's shows at the Nickelodeon stage area, and meet and greets with the some of the characters like Dora and SpongeBob as well. So, and their Halloween costumes. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so have a look at all that and try and squeeze everything in. Playing your night. There's rides, of course, as well. And the rides at night are always really cool. But enjoy. Everyone that's going this week to any of those other events, I hope you all enjoy them. Dane's excited for the future of the podcast. For the Theme Park Cartel, yeah, we've got lots of plans in place. We've had some brainstorming sessions and coming up with a lot of stuff. So if you're not already following the podcast that I'm on, so it's the Theme Park Cartel. So there's 3 of us that do that. It's, That's So Mid, AU Theme Park Fan, and myself. We do that every 2 weeks. So you can find that on Spotify or any other of your favorite streaming platforms. The Theme Park Cartel. So it's all separate words. The Theme Park Cartel. All separate words. Cartel with a C, as it's spelled. And our logo is podcast microphone with the 3 of us silhouettes essentially on there. So yeah, we've got lots of different plans, I suppose, moving forward. It's all well and good doing a podcast, but it's like, how can we make this different? How can we step it up? And we've already started to do some changes. You probably, hopefully, you may have seen if you follow me on social media, which I'm sure most of you hopefully do. If not, give us a follow on Instagram as well. So we're basically now videoing our podcasts. However, we're not showing the entire podcast as a video, if you know what I mean. So podcast is you listen to it, but we're able to now do some shorts and snippets and things and reels for you guys, showing us by video doing bits of our podcast. So we're very thankful to have Riley on board from That's So Mid, he's very he's got a lot of equipment. He's actually a music producer as well, and a DJ. So he's really into that and very knowledgeable and highly skilled with all of that technology. And he has probably more. I know no one's got time these days, but he's a lot more time than myself and probably Adrian has. But we're very thankful and lucky to have him essentially putting all that together for us. So but we've certainly got some big plans for the podcast. So check us out if you're into podcasts. If you're not, well, you might be. So feel free to give us a 5-star rating as well. That'd be always appreciated. And the podcasts cover different things: theme park news, reviews on what we've been to, where we're going, worldwide theme park news, all theme parks, obviously content as well. So feel free to check it out. Appreciate, Dane, that you're tuning in as well. Thank you for that. There's also opportunities for you guys to everyone who joins to even participate in some of those future podcasts. So they'll all be announced. If you watch the last podcast, you'll actually if you listen to the last podcast, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So check it all out. Carly saying she listens to the podcast when she's driving. Well, thank you for that. I hope you enjoy it. They're probably a little bit different than some of the other podcasts out there, and that's what we want. And the direction of it is definitely going to be a bit different, hopefully really engaging as well. So cool. All right, so I think I got through most of your comments at the moment, but until more roll through. So just briefly, we have really been speaking about the Halloween events, right? Because it is the month of October. All the Halloween events are happening now. So as you know, most of you should have seen the videos by now. I attended the first opening night of Fright Nights at Movie World. And I think since that night, they've, as we said before, they've now increased the amount of people, actors in Main Street with chainsaws and things, because that was really lacking on the first night. It was almost like a dead zone, not dead as in zombie dead. It was like nothing much going on there. So I believe that's been fixed and they've improved that, and it's pretty good now. So that's pretty cool. It'd be great to pop back on another night. It's just pricey, but anyway, I may or may not. But good to hear that they've done that. Again, the mazes, they were all really good. Death Row is still my favorite, followed by Conjuring, really close, by the way. They've made improvements to most of the mazes in terms of it was more actors. There seemed to be more actors in them, more scares. DC Deceased still the best themed maze, but definitely more jump scares in there. Way better than last year. Definitely noticeable big improvement. So that was really cool. Little disappointed with the Hellship and Circus no pre-show. Even I think even Conjuring. I don't think we didn't have a pre-show of that one either. DC Deceased, same thing, no pre-show. But for that one, didn't really worry me so much because the pre-show last year. It was a story setting the scene, and for me it was a little bit like I just want to get in and enjoy the maze. I think so. Whereas the other ones, you didn't know what you were expecting. They just the way they did the Hellship one. They were quick. I think it was quick, but it was really effective and pretty awesome. And Circus, again, I really enjoyed that. It really set the scene of what you're going into. So yeah, noticeable improvements. This chair's going down. The gas strut's going in the chair. Or I'm too heavy. So yeah, really enjoyed the mazes. it was good to see Doomsday area really themed like that. Someone's messaging me. So that area really came alive. That Doomsday area. So yeah, it was like the streets gone crazy. Things were on fire. They were just digital screens, but it looked really cool at night in there. The thugs going around in there. They could have had they had like five. I think it was four or five police cars in there. Only one had the lights going on the roof. I would have liked to have seen all those police cars with all their red and blue lights going. Maybe smoke coming out of them, looking like they were abandoned and actually like the thugs are taken over. Again, maybe that's what it's like now. If you've been on maybe the last weekend just gone, tell me if that's what you saw in the Doomsday area, or did it just have that one police car at the front there with what's his name? His name just escaped me. Then the superhero or the villain in the purple on top of the police car. Can't remember his name. Begins with S anyway. Yeah, like that car had its lights going, red and blue lights on the roof, but the other ones were just sitting there, kind of looked like they were supposed to be turned on, but they weren't, kind of thing. So maybe they weren't. Bizarro, that's right. He has the backward S on his chest. Thanks, Ryder. I knew you'd know. Bizarro, yeah. The one that Bizarro is standing on. Yeah, that had the lights going. So did anyone else see the other lights on or anything? So I don't know. I'm just thinking maybe it looks a bit better now as well. Unboxing with Ned saying the pre-shows don't exist anymore at all. Well, that's the thing. They definitely weren't there. What else we got here? Brody saying the Kansas Twisters. There's a black fence behind the Fright Night one. Oh, okay. I didn't even see that. So, okay. The perimeter fence. Okay. Well, if it's plain black, maybe they'll put some decals on it. Maybe, perhaps. We'll have to. It'll all be revealed very soon, no doubt. No doubt. Ileana saying you and Riley are my favorite two YouTube people in Australia. Well, thank you. That's very kind of you. You always keep me updated. Thank you. I do try on the theme parks, and you always make me laugh when you go to the Fright Nights. Someone said to me they're going to put a counter in for every time I say "geez," like in the mazes. It's better than swearing, right? I don't really swear, so I don't really like. It's a family channel too, but yeah, it's like yeah, it's like, geez. I'm glad you get a laugh out of that. That's cool. Braden's going to the Aussie World Halloween. Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm going to that one. It's just again time. It's was it from my house 2 hours and 20-minute drive. So there's nearly 5 hours of driving in one night. So and it's a late finish. But anyway, not sure what to do that weekend yet. So I've got a couple of options for the last weekend. You should do Bali Safari. It's really cool. I haven't been to Bali, and I got to tell you, it's actually not on my bucket list. Members of my family really want to go. I just don't have a desire to go to Bali. And if someone can change my mind on that, let me know. But I just don't know. I think Gold Coast has better beaches. I haven't been, so I can't say for sure, right? But I don't know. I've heard some stories, some people that have been and had bad experiences at Bali. It's kind of, they said it's corrupt. They've got money stolen, or they've had to pay. Someone tried to help with their bags, and then they weren't really a right person and took their money. And I don't know. Like, it sounds like, well, do I really want to go there? I don't know. But look, I know plenty of people go to Bali every single day from Australia and love it. I know that. But I think, maybe I'm just uneducated about Bali. But anyway, you never know. Pet Barn has hired out Dreamworld from 5 to 9 p.m. next Wednesday night. What do you recommend to ride next week? Okay, so you're part of that, obviously. That sounds pretty cool. I would do definitely Giant Drop at night. Definitely. It's so cool at nighttime. To me, it's better than doing it at daytime. And it's probably not as scary, but it is, but when it's dark, it just doesn't seem, but just totally different. All the rides are different at night. I would do that. Definitely Steel Taipan. Definitely pretty cool at night. Maybe the claw, if you like the claw, I don't, but if you do, maybe the claw. But I'll do those two definitely first. Maybe Gold Coaster would be all right at night, if you don't mind a bit of a. It's not that rough. A lot of people say it's rough. It kind of is, but I don't mind it. Anyway, I will enjoy that night. Enjoy that night. You going to the Gold Coast 500? Possibly. It's possibly on the agenda as well. So yeah, so Fright Nights, all in all, that first bite, if you are going to Movie World and you want something different to do for $59, this is the best value thing they've ever had there. Honest to God. If you can stretch to the $59, do this. So you get early entry, so 4:30 p.m. So you can go in the park at any time. Let's just say get there at 4, get all your wristbands at the front of the park, go in. You can line up straight away down near the Rick's restaurant, but it's in the courtyard just to the side of there. 4:30, you can go in there, show them your ticket. They just check you off the list. That's how you get into there. They got Radio Metro there. Actual DJ from Radio Metro pumping the sounds. Like it's an awesome vibe. They've actually set up to the side like a nightclub with like glowing tables, like the tall tables and chairs, So like they've ripped out basically the restaurant and put this like literally a nightclub in their dance floor, lighting. It's really cool. And of course, Radio Metro is awesome. So they play the best sounds, dance music. It's just awesome. And the courtyard has food. It's actually unlimited drinks and it's alcohol. So unlimited beer, wine, or cocktails, which you pay $20 each for the cocktail if you're buying it any other time. They're all the pre-made. There's only 2 kinds of cocktails. But it's unlimited. So the drinks are unlimited. The food's unlimited. And they've got beautifully cooked pulled pork sliders. And they've got karaage chicken and stir fry. They got spring rolls, and you have as much of that as you want, right? And that's all going around. The characters are going around, meet and greet. That's pretty cool. Plus, you get a voucher for later on in the night when you're hungry again. You probably won't be because you've just had all this food, right? But you get a voucher for a meal in the park. You can go anywhere. You can go to the pizza place in Main Street. You can go to Gotham City Burgers. You can go to Dirty Harry Outdoor Kitchen. You can go to Wally's Burgers. Choose a meal from there as well. Then you can also get another drink, and yes, that can be alcoholic. So we got a $20 cocktail from Dirty Harry Bar. We got it's called the Bloody Strawberries, Bloody something. Anyway, it was called something like that. And it's in the video, you'll see me, and it's red, and we had a red syringe with like red syrup in it. It looked like blood, and you squeeze that into the cocktail, mix it up. Beautiful. $20 if you want to buy that by itself. So you get another one of those, and you get either an ice cream or the churro, however you want to say it, as well. And then they also have a VIP area for the opening moment, which is when the Fright Night event opens at 6:00, and they have the 5 to 10 minute opening. They have a VIP area. However, with that, I didn't stay in that area, as you would have seen in my video. If you watched the video, it was set up to the side of the stage. you don't get the best view from there. I don't know how they've said that's VIP. It's really just keeping them to the side. I went out. I didn't stick around there. I went to the middle of Main Street, right at the front. And as you see in the video, everyone ran, all the characters. They ran right at me, and that's what I wanted for the video. They ran right at me, which was what I wanted. And you get the best view of the entertainment before that as well. Unless they've moved that, I doubt it, but I wouldn't recommend standing in that area if you want the full impact of the opening moment. Just a hot tip for you there. And maybe go out about 5:45 to that area. So you get a good hour and 15 minutes in that first bite cocktail party. Such good value for money, $59 each. You think about all those inclusions right there, 100%. Like if I could afford to go again, I would, and I would do that again. It was so worth it, 100%. So just there you go. If you're thinking about going, or you are going, and you're thinking about that extra, doing that first bite, 100%. I've just seen a comment on that. Bodie saying, we did the first bite on Friday and the fire alarm went off. We were all standing outside of Rick's with a bunch of the actors in half-done makeup. It really made it great. Probably not so great, but yeah, look, that's unfortunate that the fire alarm went off. Anyway, it's great value for money, so I'd recommend it. Definitely. Donkey Kong Vivo, how you doing? Hey, Jaggs, just saw your video on Fright Night, so I'm glad you watched the video. Thank you for that. Looks really great. Yes, thank you. Me and my family will be heading there next weekend. Wow, enjoy. You will enjoy it. If you can do the first bite as well, I know it's extra stretch of the money-wise, but the value is there. Because if you think, I'm not going to buy an alcoholic drink during the night, I'm going to get food, you're going to spend more than the $59 each. You're just going to. So there you go. Hot tip. And there's only 200 tickets a night for that. So there's only 200 people that can go there, right? Out of, 5,000 for the night or whatever they cap it at. I'm not sure. Anyway, I totally enjoyed Fright Nights. I believe they made some improvements from the first night. They always do. So whatever night you all go, if you're going, you'll have an awesome time. You really will. They cut off the queuing for the mazes around 9:30, 9:45, which I thought was a bit early the first night, but we had fast tracks. They still let us in at 9:45. The event's supposed to finish at 11. It looked like it was wrapping up about 10:30 that night, so I'm not sure. That was the opening night, so maybe they got the timing wrong. I'm not sure. Anyway, just try and squeeze in whatever you can. Definitely check out the event schedules. There's entertainment on Main Street, which is all really cool. Enjoy. I love the event. It's so cool. All right, so we did that one. I also went to the Dream World Happy Halloween event on the Friday night. Just gone. The VIP area is pretty good value for money as well. You get fast track on the rides as well. You get character meet and greets, early access, food, drinks. Not unlimited, but I think the food's unlimited. But the you can go in and out all night. And they have desserts in there as well. But I think the alcoholic drink, was just one on arrival with that package. You do get that awesome gift like I just showed before. That's the special gift you get for doing the VIP experience. Now, I didn't actually do the VIP experience. People are saying, oh, did you do it? I kind of did. Because I know a lot of the managers, they've known me for years. It's not like I'm talking even pre YouTube and all that. But they're very kind to me. They allow me to go in and film around and that sort of thing. So you get to see what's going on. I didn't eat any of the food. I didn't pay for any of that food. I didn't drink any of their drinks. I did buy a drink in there. Actually, a drink was bought for me in there by a friend I was with. So we had a drink in there, but it was a paid drink. But I met some of my subscribers, and a really nice family there. And there's 3 of them in the family, and they support the channel through Buy Me a Coffees and through just watching the videos, of course. And they obviously they get one of these each, and they said, "Look, we don't need 3 of these. We'd like to give you one." I'm like, "Wow, really?" So initially I was just going to ask to film it, but then they actually were so kind that they very kindly offered this to me. So I'm very thankful for that lovely family for doing that, and yeah, it's going to be a treasured keepsake there. So yeah, they were very kind, and I was very appreciative of that. Definitely. So again, thank you if you're watching. I think it was the Jacobs family. I think it was Jacob family. I haven't got my notes right here in front of me at the moment, but yeah, lovely family, and it was awesome. But so they do that event VIP package there. They didn't have a lot of themed food at Dreamworld, which was SeaWorld did. Spooky Nights, they had some themed foods. Dreamworld seemed to only have a pumpkin latte at the coffee shop and a themed dessert at the ice cream parlor, a spooky dessert. I actually didn't see, and I mean, I might have missed something possibly, but I was looking for themed food. Years gone by, they've had like burgers with the orange buns, the black buns. I couldn't see anything like that. So I don't think they did any themed hot foods. They just had the normal foods going, but they also had the smoker. So like the smoker was out, and the loaded fries van was out as well, which they normally sort of have out. But yeah, I was looking for something themed, but that's all I could find. There might have been other things, I might have missed it, but I don't think there is. But anyway, the Happy Halloween event, again, Kenny's Mystery Mansion has been improved. There's more lighting in there. There's special effects that they didn't have last year, a screen or projections inside there. Looked really good. Enjoyed it. Really cool. What else? Just yeah, the light up sort of statues or around the park that they've put in look really cool. And all in all, just an awesome event. Yeah, it was a good family event, really good family event. And that magic show was really cool too. So really enjoyed that. SeaWorld Spooky Nights, Saturday. The storm sort of ruined the first hour of the night, where it couldn't move from the undercover area at the top. So by the time I'd watched the show and the rain stopped, had 1.5 hours to film everything in the 3-hour event. Really challenging. So anyway, SeaWorld always looks good at night. The Monster Mayhem show on the lake is awesome. It looks really, really amazing. If you haven't seen it before, got to check it out. They had some themed food. They had entertainment, roving characters right through the park, right down to the pirate area down the back of the park. Dolphin show was on a couple of times a night. Character meet and greets. Nickelodeon show stage had some shows on. Lots to do. So a really good family night. Just the rain did spoil probably the first hour there, but you can't control that, right? So it is what it is. And all in all, both events are pretty cool. I obviously have videos up on those. If you haven't already seen it, check them out. Hopefully you enjoy the videos. The aim of my videos is, if you're thinking about going, or you don't know what to expect, or you don't know if you should go to these events, check out my videos. I'll tell you all about it. I'll tell you what you can do, what things are like, how much things are, that kind of thing. All the information is on their websites, by the way. So, always best to get on their websites. In case I do say something incorrectly, and I try not to. I try to research and make sure I get the right prices and everything. But obviously, I don't work for them. I just telling you as I see it. So always best to check the Village Roadshow theme parks or Dreamworlds, whatever park you're going to. Always best to check their websites first and get the right information. But it should align pretty closely anyway. But yeah. So hopefully, you've seen and then going, okay, well, this is what we can expect and enjoy. And if you have any questions, you can always send me a message on Instagram, DM. I'll always reply, maybe not instantaneously because I do work full time. and don't always have my phone on me. So I'll be usually checking that phone at the end of the day or the night. But we'll always definitely reply to you as well. But yeah, look, enjoy those events. I'm not sure. I probably will attend at least one other Halloween event before the end of the month. Got a couple of options there looking into at the moment. So we shall see. So just jumping back into some of your comments, and thanks very much, everyone, for jumping on tonight and for making comments as well. Try and find where I was at. Now, if I did miss your comment, no intention there, just make it again or send me a DM on the Instagram and I'll get back to you. I think I found where I was up to, though. What do I think about Dreamworld replacing the claw with the King Claw? We did touch on that a little earlier on. You may not have been on then. I'm not a big fan of that particular ride anyway. It's not a ride I enjoy. I don't like spinning rides. I've been on several that go full 360, which I think they're the more exhilarating ones. Now, the interesting thing is SX360, when that first opened, it never went the full 360. It went almost, and then it went back around. And that was like that for quite some time. And then they did something to the ride to make it then do the full 360. So I don't know if that's going to be the case with King Claw, whether it's going to start off and just do the same momentum as the current Claw and then go fully around eventually. Maybe. I don't know. But I think it is going to be a wow factor at the front of the park. Like, it's going to look like wow because it's massive. It's really tall. So from that perspective, it's going to be like a wow factor. For me personally, probably not a ride I would enjoy. I may not even go on it because I just don't do well on spinny rides like that. I get really nauseous on those. I prefer roller coasters and theme rides, anywhere where I can watch the way I'm going kind of thing. But I think it's a good addition for the park. Hey, Jaggs, love the channel. Thanks, Jaden. Appreciate it. Can you please give my mum a shout out? Her name is Karen. She loves watching your videos. Hey, Karen. Hey. Karen Johnson. Yep, Karen Johnson, I take it. Well, thank you very much for. Hope you're listening now. This will be able to be watched later. So, Jaden, you can, if she's not watching now, you can show her this later on. So, I hope your mum loves your channel. Sounds like she does. So, Karen, thanks for supporting my channel and watching the videos. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Bodie. Yep. I think I read that one out about the fire alarm. Bit unfortunate. Eddie, what's happening with Motor Coaster? Is it getting rethemed or just under maintenance? Wow, we're not too sure. I think it's getting a retheme. I think, but not confirmed either. Actually, I haven't been back to Dreamworld for. Because I went away to Sydney and I've been doing Fright Nights and I've been doing other events and stuff. I did obviously go to Dreamworld for the Halloween event. I did have a look around the construction area and all that, but I didn't want to put that into my Happy Halloween video, if you know what I mean. I just wanted that video to be about Happy Halloween. So I'll probably get back to Dreamworld this weekend and do a good update on the progress and the changes. Obviously, we saw the plane going in last week. So plane's now in. They posted all that on their social media, pictures of it arriving, pictures of it getting craned in, and then pictures of it in the area. So it is up at the back near the tree. So that's pretty cool. Looks good. They got to get the wings and the tail on the plane, which I believe they have to fabricate because I don't think they came with that plane, from the best of my knowledge. So still a lot of work to do around there. We'll give you an update though. Again, if you're not following my social media like Instagram or Facebook, make sure you give us a follow because during the week, I do actually post a lot of updates just on those platforms, just photos mainly that are sent through to me during the week. I've got a couple of guys out there who are always at the parks, and they'll regularly send me the updated content for my channel, so to post up. So that's a good thing, and I really appreciate those people doing that, because it helps keeps us all up to date, right? And keeps the channeling keeps us engaged with the channel during the week. So and a lot happens during the week. It's when they do all the work on the parks. Of course, I work a full-time job that I can't visit the theme parks during the week. I pretty much work 8 to 6 Monday to Friday. So yeah, so very fortunate to have people sending things through regularly as well. And it's always the up there, if they're there and something's just gone in, they'll send the photo. So we can be pretty up to date with what's happening on all the progress for you guys via those platforms. And then usually come the weekend, I'll get out there and I'll do the video as well. So then you would have already sort of seen what's happening, but then you'll see it in the video form, and then we can talk about it talk about it on the video and what we see and perspective on things and all that kind of thing, and any other updates. So that's how I sort of roll the channel. Hopefully you guys are all engaged with all those platforms and things. So I appreciate everyone's support. Hopefully you're all still enjoying it. So I try to change things and add a bit of humor and things where I can. I think rather than all being serious, life's too short. We got to have a bit of humor. So hopefully people enjoy that as well. All right. So anyway, Eddie, we'll keep our eye on what's happening there. If I see something more, I'll let you know, or you'll see it on the channel. We were at Movie World 2 weeks ago and are planning on getting back for Fright Nights 2025. Definitely pencil it in for sure. Be interesting to see if they put in a new maze or two by then, hopefully. All right. Jenny Jones. So where is it you go for the wristbands when you arrive for fast track mazes and first bite? Jenny, that is a great question, and I'm happy to answer that for you, because that is something that is actually not really told. You buy these things, you get given these barcodes or QR codes. Barcodes, I think, that when you buy these tickets, and then you rock up and you go, well, where do I go? Right. So I can definitely help you out there. So pretty much for your entry ticket. So now I'd recommend, okay, so if you're doing everything, fast track and first bite and everything. So what you do, so first bite is early entry, starts at 4:30. Now the park's obviously already open. So I take it, I guess I can't assume that you're an annual pass holder. If you're not an annual pass holder, get there just before 4:30 at the front gate. Show them your Halloween entry ticket, but you show them that you've got the first bite, so they need to give you both wristbands. The wristband for the Fright Nights event. All right. So if you're a pass holder, you can come in a little bit earlier. They won't give those wristbands out for Halloween though until around about 3:30 or 4 o'clock. Okay, that's when they'll have the Fright Nights wristbands, the entry wristbands at the front gate. So you can, like what I did, I went in about 3:45 and scanned my annual pass at the front gate. And also I said, I'm here for Fright Nights as well. So they said, yeah, no worries. They had the wristband. They scanned my barcode on my phone, and they gave me my Fright Nights wristband. So you get that then and there at the gate. So you're in, that's your wristband for the night. Because they do check wristbands and make sure everyone that doesn't have a wristband leaves the park prior to that. Now, first bite. So 4:30 p.m., you head down to the Rick's Cafe. So that's the plaza at the back end of Main Street, where Rick's Cafe American, the restaurant, is on the right there. They have a courtyard as well, sort of between that and the lockers, I think. So they have that cordoned off there, and there's a queue there. All right, you go straight there. All you need to do is just show them on your phone your barcodes, your booking. They don't give you a wristband or anything. They just check your name off on a list. So you give them your name and show them. If they verify it by your phone. So you show them your phone. You go, here's my ticket, and my name is Shane, or my name is Jenny. So you tell them that, and say, yep, Jenny Jones. Yep, there you go. You're here for 1 or 3 people, however many people. They tick you off the list. You're in. So that's it. So that's for the first bite. And then you spend that hour and a half in there, or hour and 20, whatever, in there for fast track for mazes. Now, so this is all done on your phone. All right. So you don't go and get an extra wristband for fast track for mazes. And years gone by, they've done wristbands. Absolute nightmare. Logistically, trying to queue up and get your wristband, and you're waiting, and you almost need a fast track pass for the fast track wristband stand, right? So what they do now, really simple. Hot tip: make sure your phone is fully charged. Make sure your phone's brightness is on bright, and also that it's on light mode, not dark mode. All right, so that the background is white, not black. Really important, because their scanners for the fast track won't pick up if your phone is on that black dark mode. It's got to be on the white light mode. So if you set that all up in your settings beforehand, it's just a bit quicker. So what happens is you pretty much go into your app, so your Village Roadshow Theme Parks app, into your profile, and you'll need to go into the app for that park. So you need to go into your app, but then you go into Movie World. Then you go into your profile, and then you'll see your tickets. It should show your tickets on there, and then you actually have to I can't remember exactly. You scroll down, and you gotta activate it, right? So it'll then show up. All the mazes will be on. It'll be a list of the mazes. So then when you can go to the mazes at any time during the night. Don't leave it too late, but go to the mazes. There's a queue line for general entry and a queue line for fast track. So you go into the fast track queue, get your phone ready, and then you click on that particular maze, and then it will bring up a QR code or another barcode. I think it was a QR code. And then the person at the front of the maze has a scanner, and then they scan that. Bang, done, and then you go through. And then it takes it off the list, off your phone. So then there'll be only 4 left out of the 5. So it's all done on your app on your phone. I would recommend, though, once you're inside the park, maybe even as soon as you go through the front gate under the archway, set all that up. Just sort of stop there to the side, do all that then, and then if you're struggling and you can't find it, you just pop into the ride photo booth there at the front. The staff there are happy to help to show you to where to find that on your phone, because I actually had to ask as well. I'm like, I couldn't find it, and she said, no, you just gotta go into the Movie World one, and then into your profile, and then you'll see it. And a couple of people had issues, but they can sort it out. So get all that sort of sorted at that point, before you, because once you get a first bite, you'll be there right till park open, right till the event, to the opening moment. And as soon as that opens, you want to pretty much do something first, usually a maze. So you don't want to be stuffing around at the front of the maze going, I can't get this to load. You want to have it all ready. So so that's what you do for fast track. All right, all on your phone. If you've got a battery pack, like a battery charger for your phone that you can, one of those portable ones, I'd recommend bringing one of them. I always do anyway for filming. You use a lot of battery. Look, most people, even if you're not a content creator, most people will have their phones out filming, right? Taking photos, filming. Excuse me. So you don't want your phone to go flat right when you need to get into a maze. It's all on your phone. So hopefully that eases that concern for you, Jenny. Hopefully that's given you an idea on what you do. Did you have any other questions about that at all? Hopefully I've answered all those questions for you. So hopefully, yeah, just let me know if that's cool, or if there's something I didn't explain properly, or if you wanted to clarify, just let me know. And everyone else who's obviously going, you now know also what goes on, how to get all those, what to do with those fast tracks and all that. Yeah, Bodie's saying definitely that it was definitely great value for money. The first bite is definitely good value for money, 100%. Mama Bear, hello, how are you? I'm good, thank you. Jaden saying, if you're at Movie World on a day that the Fright Nights is on, do you have to leave and re-enter, or can you stay in the park as long as you have a ticket for Fright Nights? So they only have the wristbands from around about, when I got there at like 3:45, they were just putting all the they were bringing all the wristbands to the front gate people then. So I would just recommend, if you're going there all day, just about 3:30, about 3:45, just go to the front gate and just go, hey, can I grab my entry for my Fright Nights? Show them your barcode. Just say, I'm in the park now, I'm staying in, and then they won't make you go out and wait. All right. So yeah, it's pretty easy. Like, as I say, I came in at like 3:45. Should just scan my annual pass as normal. Then I showed them my Fright Nights pass. They gave me the wristband. They scanned that. Then I was in. I just stayed in. So yeah, hopefully that answers that question for you too. Randall, Jaggs, why can't our theme parks open late every night? Good question. Nighttime at the parks are awesome with the lights. It just seems to be 5 p.m. or 5:30 is so early. I agree, mate. I've been to parks all around the world. Well, I shouldn't say all around the world. In other parts of the world that are open late night most nights, and yeah, it's I guess. Look, I guess I used to work at those parks here. Quite often, there's just no one around at the end of the day. It's getting dark. People, or there's not enough people around even to support another night event. Obviously, there's a huge cost to have the park open at night, like staff alone. But you got to have the nurses on site. You got to have maintenance on site. The cost of running of the power. You got to have extra food and staff for everything. So, like, massive cost. And if it's really quiet, you're running at a loss. So I don't think, I kind of, what I think is maybe during the peak season, so all the school holidays, they should all be open every night till 9 o'clock. Every night. Keep the people there, make them spend more money. People will spend more money on the food. They can have dinner there as well. Maybe have a nighttime little show or something extra, right? Just, keep them there. Give them an incentive to stay and spend their money there for dinner rather than going across to Macca's or back to, somewhere else. Again, it comes down to cost. I think someone would have to trial it. Look, maybe over the peak. I know they do have extended trading hours, like an hour or so over summer, but I think they would have to trial it 1 year. I would suggest that they would trial it the September holiday period, and then the December, January. Maybe not so much the other ones. I just don't think there's enough people around. But there would be enough people around in those school holidays. But they also need to take into consideration the other states, because they always go, oh, this event's on for these 2 weeks. Well, hang on, that's Queensland holidays. What about Victoria? What about New South Wales, South Australia, NT, WA, SA, New Zealand? They're all on other weeks. Sometimes they miss whole events or overlap slightly, and maybe it doesn't align to their travel times. So, events as well need to be probably extended a bit too. But yeah, having then those nights available for those people, I agree. I really think they would do well. People would stay. I mean, look at these other events they got going on, like the Diwalis and the cultural festivals at night. They're packed out. People will come to those events, all those night events, Fright Nights, Carnival, White Christmas, Halloween. They're all packed out events. People love night events. So I guess you got to have an incentive, though. It should be something additional, extra value. Why you should stay is because you're going to see this. Not just it's just open a little bit longer, but you're also going to see this. Give them some value add. That's my opinion. Now, the comments just really skipped fast then, and I've probably missed a stack. Apologies once again. Feel free to retype your question if I have missed it. I can see a few people there waving, so putting the waving signal up. So hello to Alex and also to Club S Triple S, I think it is. Did you see in the playing video there was still some track pieces on the ground? Yeah, I did see that. I don't know. They must have it must have just been while they were putting in the plane. They must have had to for crane probably for the crane access. I would have imagined. So that's what I'm guessing anyway. What's my thoughts on the idea redoing the rides and theming area up near Doomsday Destroyer as well? Yeah. So and Wild West Falls. But they need to do something with Doomsday. I'd like to see an indoor attraction, dark ride going there. Actually, anything really. So that's what I'd like to see in there. Whether it's America do dark rides so well, so they could. There's a lot of space there if you take into consideration also the where the Batman Legacy walkthrough was, and there's massive seating area too. There's a massive area there. They could really do something magnificent if they spend the money. It all comes down to money. So I'd like to see something like that. Straws, how you going? Thanks for jumping on. You just got back from work. Hope you had a good night. I really enjoyed Fright Nights because I was with friends. However, I do feel the mazes weren't as good as last year, maybe because they were the same. Yeah, I mean, they were the same, so we kind of knew what to expect, and they didn't have the pre-shows. And I think, other than probably DC Deceased, I really enjoyed the other pre-shows and really thought that they were just really set the scene and got you right in that zone. So I think that's what it was. It was just walking to just you know what I mean. I think that's what it was for me. That's what it was. So maybe that's now that you've heard me say that. Maybe that was the same for you. But yeah, hopefully we'll see something new next year. Hopefully. Let's see. Club Triple S. Yes. You can have a hey. Sorry, I'm a bit behind on the comments. But thanks for jumping on the live. Appreciate that. Is it this deceased Bargo? Sorry, I got bad eyesight as well, but anyway, you're saying hi. So hi and thank you for jumping on as well. I appreciate that. Hey Jaggs, do you think Fright Night mazes are any better this year? I think there's more actors in them and definitely more scare. I felt that there was more scare jump scares, which I like. But I think there's no pre-show, which didn't really set the scene. Although I think last year, though, from memory, the pre-show was only for the fast track. I don't think it was for general access from memory. I could be wrong there, but I think. But anyway, yeah, better in some ways. So look, all in all, enjoyed it. Like, I didn't walk out going, that was horrible. I definitely didn't do that. So, yeah, I think more jump scares. I felt there was more jump scares in most of them, and just disappointed no pre-show. Carly's saying my mum gave me my old Dreamworld pass and it lasted for 2 years. Oh really? Oh wow, that's crazy. Interesting. Alex, how you doing? I think I said hi before, but I'll say hi again to Alex. And also Club Triple S again. Alex is off to Fright Nights. Awesome. Hope you have an awesome time. You will, because it is pretty awesome. Should they do a Stranger Things maze? Yeah, look, I mean, Universal did an awesome one. Was it last year or is it this year? I think it was last or one of the last few years. And yeah, I really wanted to go and see that. So Why do you always wear sunglasses? Not why, but why not? Uh, it's my thing. It's my thing. Actually, there's a technical reason for it, and it's mainly because I film with a phone, right? So that's how I film. When you actually look at a phone, the camera lens to a phone is not in the center. It's not in the center. It's there to the side. Okay, so and look, all my original videos are still on there. Like if you scroll right, I got 600 videos on my channel. When I first started YouTube, I was absolutely hopeless at it. Terrible. The videos were they sucked. Let's face it. But you got to start somewhere, and that's why I leave them on there. A lot of people ask me, "How do you get started?" I'm like, just watch my first ones, and you'll realize how terrible I was. I'm sure you'll be better than that. So, but I wasn't wearing sunglasses then. I'm a hat guy. I love hats. Like I just baseball caps. So I've always, I got short haircut, but I always love hats. So I created my logo, and I've done the design and all that. But when you're wearing sunglasses and you're talking to the phone, your eyes it looks like you're always looking directly at the camera. But if you're not wearing sunnies, because naturally you look at the middle of the camera, but in fact the camera's at the lenses to the side, so it looks like you're looking to the side all the time, and you're not engaging with your people. That's the reason why. But then because that then completed my look, if you like. So that's what I do. So that's for me now. That's Jaggs Journeys. This is what you see me with the glasses. That's the thing. Even at night. These are prescription, by the way. So I do have non-prescription ones, but at night events and when I'm on here and I got to read, I got to wear prescription sunglasses so I can read. Even then, these aren't my full prescription glasses that I normally would wear for reading. So yeah, so that's the reason. Nothing really to it. Is that's the reason. Bodie's saying they got their Fright Night wristbands at 2 p.m. Again, I was only there on the first night. So first night, they're maybe sometimes a little bit disorganized, right? For the first time, they're bringing the wristbands to the gate. So maybe then they're always at the gate from then. So yeah, you're probably right. You probably can go in and 11 a.m. and get your wristband, probably. So just ask. Definitely ask at the front gate. So as it spilt, sorry, SPLTYX. Did 2 mazes and got 4 rides done on Saturday night, Friday nights. So yeah, if you're wanting to do the rides, I mean, they do have a fast track pass that includes the rides. It's more expensive. We just got the standard maze fast track because the rides are there always there. It is cool doing night rides, of course, but we didn't have time this year. Plus, the Hollywood encounters, the horror encounters, they didn't have last year. They had them this year, and in Main Street and the Plaza area, and that took the first one we queued for nearly half an hour, maybe 20 minutes, 25 minutes for The Exorcist. And I tell you what, if you're going to Fright Nights, maybe straight after the opening moment, do them first. The Exorcist one is the best. And then the others are, what is it? There's the It, and there's the Conjuring, and then there is, sorry, it's the Nun. And then there's Slender Man. They're just basically photo ops, but the character comes up and sort of scares you. But the Exorcist one, to me, was the best. It's on my video. Hopefully you've seen it and enjoyed it. Basically the character, like the girl from The Exorcist, Regan, she's in the bed, possessed, and whoever they've got playing that girl on the night, the opening night, I was there. Unbelievable. The makeup looked exactly like this character from the movie. She was possessed. I believed she was possessed. The way she moved around on that bed, almost like convulsing and arching the back, and like it was crazy. And just like in the movie, if you've seen The Exorcist, you'll know this. In that scene from the movie, and she had, well, I don't know if she had a tongue extension in, or she just naturally had a long tongue, but she even had the tongue going out as well, just the same as that. The priest was there with the cross, and he was awesome, and he was reading a passage to try and get rid of the evil spirit, and then you were there basically in that scene trying to get that evil spirit out of her as well. And that was just for that moment, you were in that, you were in the movie. Like, that's what it felt like, and that's what they were trying to achieve. And they did a really good job of that, and it was cool. It was just something different. The other two, the other three were more of just like a photo shoot, and they just come up behind you. But anyway, it was still cool, something different. Get that done, or you can do it later. But we wanted to get it done first, and then hit the mazes after that. But yeah, it's hard to get everything done if you don't have fast track. So depends what you want to do, but they're pretty cool. And again, there was no extra cost for those encounters as well. If you can go with someone, no doubt most people go with someone. Have someone film you or take a photo of you. They have an attendant there who will do that for you anyway. So that's all cool. Okay, Jenny's asking. Sorry, Jenny. I know you. It's taking a while to get back to you. What if the fast track didn't load on my park? Maybe on the app on the phone, and I have it listed on my email when I bought the tickets. So I was told to print out the fast track tickets. Well, I had a few issues on the night with. Well, no, mine loaded, but a few people a couple of guys I was with, theirs wasn't loading, but a couple of times mine didn't scan, but it was there, so they just went, "Oh, just go in," which would have essentially meant that then I could try and go back later and get another because it wasn't scanned. Once it's scanned, it's removed. I didn't have time to do that, and I wasn't going to do that, but you could have. Look, I suppose if you want to print them out and have it there, but maybe. But the thing is, what they scan isn't what you get. So, when you load them on your phone, it brings up a QR code. I think it was a QR code that they scanned. Yeah, it was a QR code they were scanning. It wasn't the other barcode. So, yeah, I would just make sure you got high battery on your phone. Do what I said. Try when you get in, load it before the event starts. Load it in the park. Go to the photo booth. If you're having any difficulties, they will help you out, and they did help me out and got it all loading. Shouldn't have a problem with that. The worst case you'll get is that the maze won't scan, but again, put your phone on that light mode, not the dark mode. That's what they need. So your background behind the QR code goes white, not black. Do that. You shouldn't have any issues at all. Maybe just an extra battery pack, so you got plenty of power there. Should be okay. Olivia's saying you might buy me a coffee. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. All those, anyone who buys a coffee that helps support the channel. So it doesn't just go to coffees. It helps actually build up to help get tickets and go to different things so I can bring you guys more videos. So any of that kind of thing is really appreciated. What I do have here, I should have been more organized actually for this, but let me see. I'm pretty time poor, and I was supposed to plan this, and someone has helped me with this, but I as in explained how I can get it on the screen on a live. I don't know how to do that, but for now, let me just try and get this at the right angle so it's not glary. Hang on a second. I think I got to go closer. There we go. Okay, so let's see if you can scan that with your phone and see if it picks it up. It should pick it up. So it'll take you. It doesn't mean you're going to instantly buy me a coffee. By the way, it'll just take you to the app where you can buy a coffee if you'd like to support the channel. And it's certainly not mandatory, and don't feel obliged to, but those that do is very kindly appreciated. So yeah, that's the QR code for the Buy Me a Coffee app, and essentially the minimum is $5, and out of that I get about $4.20. The company that runs this gets the rest for running the apps. And yeah, that's essentially helps adds funds to help support this channel. So it all goes into my Jaggs Journeys account. Sometimes I do use it to buy coffees in the parks. I do drink a lot of coffee and do love the coffee. But then also it helps with tickets to things like that, as like Fright Nights and all that kind of thing as well. So yeah, so I don't know if someone tried that then to see if that worked, but hopefully that did. So Alex is asking if fast track worth it for Fright Nights. Again, if you want to get other things done and experience the rest of the event, then yes, because otherwise you'll spend all night just getting on the mazes. One of the queues bumped out to 2 hours when I was there. So just to give you an idea. At Fright Nights, if a ride closes due to technical issues and it's on your fast track, do they give you an extra ride or something? Yeah, usually they do. If you mention it, just say, hey, this was a fast track and it's just got shut, they'll usually look after you. So yeah, I would say just usually you just go to guest services and they'll sort that out for you. Okay. By the way, thanks to everyone who's still on here. We've been going a while and I appreciate all the interaction in the comments. So thank you. Nick's saying went to Fright Nights Saturday. Was so good for the first time ever going to Fright Nights. Got to do 4 of the 5 mazes without fast track and still did other things. So that's cool. So there you go. There's a great testimonial there that you can get. So they got 4 out of the 5 mazes done and a few other things. If they had waited for the extra maze, you may not have got the other things done. So look, if you've been last year, the mazes are essentially the same. So if you go, okay, well, I was there last year and I really enjoyed Conjuring and Death Row, I just want to see them again. Go and do those. You don't need fast track. You'll wait a little while, but go and maybe get them done first so that, the queue's not as big. They bump out the longer the night goes on, and then they get a bit less again later. But get them done, then you can experience other things as well. So, yeah, check it out. Okay, so just reading your other ones there. Hi to Lloyd Manuel. Ileana's saying, tell Carly I'll be at Spooky Nights this Friday. Okay. Jaden's saying, bring back the Gremlins Dark Ride. That would be epic. Yes, I agree. I love the Gremlins. That'd be so cool. G'day, Michael Littlejohns. How are you? Thank you for jumping on. Appreciate it. Michael Horton, what was the editing software you use on your phone again? I use InShot, the paid version for InShot. It's not the best. It's not the worst. It's okay. There's plenty of other ones out there that do probably tonnage more stuff. But my thing is I can just take this, film, edit, upload anywhere, just with that. Went to America, that's it. Nothing else. That's just how I like to operate. Other people take laptops and do all this other editing stuff, and that's all cool because they do a great job. But not for me, for what I need. Was the first bite worth? Yeah, 100%. I'm not sure if you were on earlier, Michael, but massive value for money, right? Massive value for money. Again, just quickly, when you get in there, it's for that hour and a half before the park opens, unlimited drinks, alcohol. If you don't drink alcohol, obviously you can have non-alcohol, but beer, wine, and cocktails, unlimited. But two different cocktails that they have there for that one. They're about $20 each, the cocktails, and the beer is about, I think, $10 or $12 a can if you're buying it normally anyway. Unlimited for that time. There's food being cooked in there. Really nice food too. Pulled pork sliders. You can have as much of that as you want. They have chicken karage and stir fry rice. Have as much of that as you want. They have spring rolls. Have as much of that as you want. There's DJs in there from Radio Metro, and they're like a nightclub setup as well. That's added value. That's awesome. Plus, also, you get a voucher once that's finished in the parks, the event starts. Later on in the night, you can get a free, well, not free, included meal. So you get a full meal from either the pizza shop on Main Street, Gotham City Burgers, or Gotham City Cafe, I think it's called, the Dirty Harry Outdoor Kitchen, or Wild West Burgers. You get a meal from there. Then also, there's another voucher on that card they give you for another drink, and an alcoholic drink or a non-alcoholic if you don't drink. I chose the cocktail, the alcoholic cocktail. That cocktail to buy by itself is $20 on its own. Okay, keep that in mind. Then you also get dessert, so you get either a churro or an ice cream. I mean, that's at least $6 or $7 there alone. So look, 100%. In fact, if I could afford to go to Fright Nights again, I really want to, but I don't think I have enough time, and also it's a big cost. But I would do that again, like that value, because I almost didn't do the first bike because I thought, I don't know, seems a bit low key. Totally not. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. Can't rave about it enough. I'll tell you that. Only 200 tickets a night though, so if you're going, get online and book it now, and definitely do it. 100%. You won't regret it. You'll be sending me a message saying, "Thanks, Jaggs. You were right. We had to do it and we loved it, and it's pretty cool." Thanks for the shout out for your mum. No worries at all. No worries, Jaden. All good. Appreciate that she watches the videos. What's the best ride at Movie World for a night ride? Oh, maybe Rivals. Maybe Rivals or Superman. Maybe. Batwing's pretty cool too, though. You get a good view of the park and everything. So, yeah, look, they're all probably pretty good, but particularly the bigger ones, right? So you get a view, and the view is always great at night with lights and everything. So either one of those three, I would suggest. Probably more so DC Rivals or Batwing. Free Zone's excited to go to Fright Nights because I'm going with their dad, which is awesome, and the sister and brother and girlfriend as well. That's awesome. You'll all have an awesome time. Definitely, you'll love it. Again, get onto their app and plan your night, and make sure you make the most of the night. I always find with these events, you get there, you get overwhelmed, and you bounce from things to things, and sometimes you miss stuff. But if you have a look at the app and just sort of plan your night a bit, the entertainment schedule, check out what you want to see. If you haven't got Fast Track and you really want to do mazes, again, you'll probably only get the mazes done. So maybe choose the mazes you want to do and go from there. Depends what you're spending and all that. But try and plan the night and have some kind of attack plan to get through it. Because then you get the most value out of your night. But enjoy. Jaden saying the QR code worked, no problem. Yep, it's a pretty good process there. Ginny Jones, I just bought your coffee using the picture you sent before. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Jenny. Thank you very much. I think while I was on here too, I think I had another one alert me as well. But I really do appreciate that very much, Jenny. So, and yep, Ginny Jones. Yep, I've got it here. So thank you. No, my pleasure to give you that Fright Nights information. No problem. But thank you very much. I appreciate the support. And also the Hodges family have also met me. They met me at SeaWorld. That's right. So, and they've also purchased coffee for me as well. So a big thanks to the Hodges family as well. They may not be on the live, but they'll get a shout out. Anyone that sends me the or supports the channel with the coffees, I will reply via the coffee app to you directly, and also, as you'll know, you get a shout out on the next video I film. Sometimes, if you send me a coffee on a Sunday, I've already filmed the video for that week, so it's got to wait till the following week's video. But I never miss one. Sometimes people go, "Hey, I bought your coffee. I didn't hear from anything, or didn't see it on the video." Just keep that in mind. Depends when you bought the coffee to when it comes out on the video. So I've not missed one yet though. So I have a list going. I take the list with me. I read the names out. You probably see my reflection in my glasses when I'm reading off my notepad. when I'm filming like that, you probably see the reflection. I'm always having to read that, of course. Appreciate everyone's support for that. So thank you very much, and thanks again, Jenny. Thanks for the Fright Night info. That's all good. Looking forward to going and being organized with your tips. No problem at all. Yep, I hope you enjoy the night. I'm sure you definitely will enjoy the night. Michael's asking, can we see one pop vinyl from your collection each fortnight? Sure, if that's what you'd like to do. They're 3 deep as well, so they're not just what you sort of see. They're 3 deep. And they're in kind of like there's I mean, we don't collect one specific genre essentially. We like movie ones, Disney ones, music. We got a lot of music ones. I'll show you maybe. I'll show you a music one. The reason why I'll show you, I've got a few of these. This is like those ones that have the album covers. I don't know if I know some of you would have definitely have seen these because they are pretty popular, but probably not too common. I'm just trying to see where they are. Okay, I can see one. I don't know. I'll just grab a random one, then I'll show you one if you want to see it, just real quick. I'll show you a couple because, yeah. So these are like the album covers. So I've just grabbed 2 random ones here. So this one is Life After Death, the Notorious B.I.G. Now, it's probably going to reflect actually too much. I'll try and get it on an angle that it's not reflecting. It's really hard because it's reflective, but so there's that one there. So it's got the pop vinyl in there, and it's also got the album cover like in behind there, right? And also the pop is what I guess he was wearing on the album cover. And then this one's an AC/DC Highway to Hell. So you got the album cover, and then you've got Angus Young there with the. Sorry, everything's backwards on the when I'm holding it up too, but it's really reflective. So I'm just trying to get it so it's not so reflective for you guys. I don't know. It's probably not ideal. All of my pops, as you can see, are in boxes. So anyway, so there's those. Actually, it probably looks better from that far back. There you go. So there's the AC/DC one, and there's the Notorious B.I.G. one. So there you go. There's a show and tell for this week. We've done show and tell before on popcorn buckets and things. So yeah, but just remind me though. If you want to see those, just remind me. So we'll go from there. Jessica's saying, "Hey Jaggs, really want to meet you." Look, there will be a meetup, by the way. So I've just got to plan it on the right day, venue, all that kind of stuff. It's been in the pipeline for some months actually. I think we've mentioned it before too. I mean, I meet a lot of people. I'm always out at the parks on a Saturday, so if you see me, just and I'm always wearing this, obviously. So, and that's also to, so you guys. Well, there's 2 reasons. One is on the back of my shirt it says Jaggs Journeys YouTube, so that when I'm filming at a theme park, people know it's filming for YouTube, and also so you guys that recognize me can come up and say hi. So I'm always happy to stop and say hi. It's always tougher for when I'm trying to film an event though, because events are very limited time, and I do struggle to film. The events, but definitely always happy to stop and talk to you guys, because I appreciate everyone watching the videos. So I appreciate the time stopping and saying hi. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if many will come to a meetup or not. I've been asked a lot for that. But again, whenever you put one out that night, might be just me sitting there with a tumbleweed flying past me. I don't know. So, anyway, I'm going to plan it and just see, what happens. And if those can come along, great. Those that come along will be getting probably something, some merch, essentially. So that's what we're sort of planning at the moment. Hopefully, like November or December, we've got it planned. But we'll let everybody know, and we'll give plenty of notice. Is that something you guys want to do? I mean, I don't know. Just be pretty, just relaxed, just come say hi, have a chat, that kind of thing, like we're doing now, really. Anyway, we've got plenty more comments coming through, guys, so I appreciate it. What should I, hang on a sec. What should I do? What would you recommend is the best stuff to do at Fright Nights at Movie Board? Again, do the horror encounters, definitely, and try and get all the mazes done, and try and see some of the shows. Really, that's really probably it. The precincts, there's actors roving actors around. That's pretty cool. So yeah. I think you would love the Pop Vinyl store at Carrara Markets. You should check them out. Yeah, I have actually checked that store out. It is a really good store there. Yeah, you're definitely right, Nick. It is a good store. I don't know if you've seen it or not. I put out a video on the Funko store in Hollywood when I was there a few months ago, and I think that video came out about 2 weeks ago. That's not a shop. That's an attraction. Crazy good. Love that. So if you haven't seen the video yet, just scroll back a few videos. It's on there, probably about 3 or 4 videos back. Carly likes the donut loungefly bag. Yeah, that's it's my wife's. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And there's a Freddy Krueger one there too. You see that? There's a Freddy Krueger loungefly bag there as well. Something different. Yeah, as a family, we collect, like, we love collecting this stuff, pop vinyl, all that kind of thing. Don't really have anything else, just this. So everyone has their thing. This is over years of collecting, years and years and years of collecting stuff. All right, what do we got here? Michael says, super cool, no worries. Do I have many chase pops? Yes, there is. We've got quite a number of chase pops throughout the collection. E.T., yeah, we've got a few E.T. ones there. I don't know where they are currently. Maybe you can see them. I can't really count. Oh, yeah, at the top there. Yeah. E.T. I don't know if I have a favorite of those. I'm a big ET fan, so I probably like them all, to be honest with you. But yeah, I grew up in the 80s. I love the 80s movies. Back to the Future is my favorite, the trilogy, 100%. But yeah, all those movies, ET, so good. Gremlins, so good. Nick's saying a meetup would be cool. Okay, cool. And everyone's saying, yep, we'd love that. Okay. Nick's saying we missed the horror encounters. I thought it was a paid thing. No, it's definitely a free thing to do in Main Street at the Plaza. Olivia's saying it's her birthday tomorrow. Well, happy birthday, Olivia, for tomorrow. I'm not sure how old you are turning tomorrow, but I hope you have a very happy birthday for tomorrow, and whatever you are doing, whether you're working or whether you're at school, what have you, hope you have an awesome day, and maybe try and celebrate in the weekend with something. I'm sure you got some plans. So have an awesome birthday. Jessica's also saying happy birthday to Olivia as well. That's nice. Oh, you're going to Fright Nights on the weekend. Awesome. Enjoy. Bodie's saying he loves his pop vinyls. He's got a signed one from 11 from Stranger Things. That's cool. I don't think I actually have any signed. None of mine are signed, I don't think. I've had opportunity probably to get some signed. I really wanted a Stan Lee signed one. I had the opportunity to go, but for some reason I didn't end up going to that particular signing. And of course, then he passed away. So, I do have a signed. I won't be able to show you guys because it's attached to a wall in another room. But it's I have a signed Chewbacca framed photo from the original Peter Mayhew, who played the original Chewbacca in Star Wars, who's now since passed away. So that's pretty cool. And I got that real cheap from, actually it was Carrara Markets years ago. Like this shop doesn't even exist anymore. There used to be a shop there that sold all the memorabilia, and just had like a little nick on the frame of it. Like, and he says, "Oh, $100." What? So yeah, that's pretty cool. No worries, Olivia. No worries. Need a hoverboard for your wall. Yeah. Well, when I was in America, I saw one for sale at a memorabilia shop in Universal City Walk. But let's just say I didn't have enough money on me to even consider. It was expensive, and it was signed too. So there you go. Hope Scooby's ready for Fright Nights next year. Yes, it will definitely be open for Fright Nights next year. Guarantee you that. Can't wait for Scooby. We can all not wait for Scooby. We're excited. Cool. Now, guys, it's time is 10 o'clock, and we've been going since 7:30. So I think we're probably going to wrap it up there. I'm sure people have work, including myself, school, or maybe you're on a day off tomorrow. Maybe you've got other plans. But first of all, I just wanted to say a big thanks to all of you, and the people that were also, there was other people have had to leave the life because obviously they have a life, other things to do. Thanks to everyone who has once again jumped on to my live stream. It was great. We just talked about, the Halloween events and what's going on at the parks and all that. And this is what this is for. It's an engagement, interaction for you guys that are supporting the channel. And again, I can't thank you all enough for supporting Jaggs Journeys, to watching all the videos, sharing the videos as well. I'm trying to grow the channel as much as possible. It's taken me 5 years to get 10,000 subscribers. So keep in mind, I'm not a full-time YouTuber, but I'm a weekend YouTuber. But the quicker we can move to 20,000, well, actually 15 is obviously the next goal for me. If we can smash that next 5,000 out in record time, and all to get there, I just need you guys to help me with that by sharing the channel. If you've got friends and family that enjoy theme parks, attractions, events, you followed my channel for a while. I'm pretty interactive. I try to make the videos upbeat, interesting, funny when I can. We do these lives for you guys as well. I've got podcasts now also with two of the other guys as well. So we've got merch for sale on here. Again, if you can't remember where to go for that, if you just go on the Instagram, go to my link tree. There's a link tree. You press that and it brings up all my platforms and links. So there's a link to my merch. So you can buy merch with hoodies, t-shirts, all sorts of stuff on there if you want to support the channel through merch as well. We do sell quite a lot of that, and it's really great to see. I get notified every time someone purchases a t-shirt or what have you. Only a couple of designs on there at the moment, the logo design, and then there's the other design of myself vlogging, like it's a I think I got it here actually. Actually, yes, here it is. That design there, so that might flare out a bit, kind of thing. But that design there, I've got that on t-shirts and stuff as well. So it's me vlogging with roller coaster and theme park in the background, kind of thing. So you've got those designs on t-shirts and hoodies as well. So if you want to support through the merch, again, that's all appreciated. But yeah, the more views we can get, the more subscribers, the more videos I can get to make as well. So yeah, once again, appreciate your support. Buy me a coffees. Excuse me, and also get a lot of super chat, super thanks as well. I'm just making sure I haven't missed anyone's other comments. And apologies if I have missed a comment from you guys. Again, I did my best. They roll through real quick. So just again, feel free to send us a message on Instagram if you wanted to ask another question. Jessica's asking, when are you putting more up of your USA trip videos? You've got about 3 more to go. Excuse me for just one quick second. I need to take a drink. As I was saying before, when all these I'll call timely events like Halloween events all come up, I've got to put these videos out at the time. Like, I'm not about being first. I'm about getting the videos filmed and out near the start of the event. Yeah, near the start, first or second night or whatever, because for people that are thinking about doing these or going to these events, they want to see that and then make the decision. So I've got to get these done and out and prioritize these over those other videos. I've got I think about 3 US videos still to go. Plus, I've got the Madame Tussauds Wax Museum in Sydney, which I just attended a couple of weeks ago. That's still coming out as well. So there's a fair bit there. So yeah, and there we go. So they'll be really soon. Got a comment there from Mike1985. His real name's Trevor Knott, actually. So Trevor Knott, thanks for jumping on the live. I've got an app that also gives me the information as well on who's using different aliases. So all good. Hope you're enjoying your time here. All right, guys. Again, thanks everyone for jumping on the live here once again. Appreciate everyone's support for the channel. Those of you obviously on here because you love theme parks, attractions, events like me as well. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. Hope you get to do something fun this weekend as well. And thanks for spending time with me tonight on the live. Always appreciated. All good. Thanks, Bodie. Muchly appreciated as well. Good night, everyone. Hope you all have a great week. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next journey. Good night.